WC back in the fold, back in the mix. We took a little hiatus because, my man Charles is now in the upper room. That, that man like
In the
George and
what?
Wheezy up the upper room. That man is up there like George and Wheezy in a penthouse now,
Man,
doing big things. I
doing a
mean,
little
hell,
something,
we've
something.
been shit. I've been let's see, done did the combine,
Yep.
opening day at Wrigley Field, um,
Pensacola.
Pensacola. You and I were in Pensacola, and now like you up there, George Jefferson, like you morning
Chill
show
out.
anchor,
Chill
about to
out,
be
man.
Emmy award winning
Hold
morning show
on,
anchor
bro.
before we know it.
Speak that into
Like
existence. I'll take that.
that's what I'm doing. I know.
Yes,
I
sir.
already know. Like I
Yes,
don't.
sir.
We don't play games. You know what I mean? We already know who wins.
Yes, sir.
Like
Come on
y'all
now.
can play the game, but we already winning it. So that we
Winning.
already know, my man. You got this. You got that on lock. I ain't worried
Appreciate
about
that.
that. Just hey, like I'm looking behind you, dog. Like there's plenty of room on that shelf to put a few of them Emmys right there,
Yeah,
bro.
I figured like
Yeah,
probably right there on top of the book. I got that's the
yeah,
Kobe book. You know what I mean? So I put it
yeah,
right on
yeah.
top of there, right around
Mamba,
there.
Mamba, scoot
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No,
We got plenty of
it's
room.
plenty of room. Just
Plenty of
start
room.
stacking them, bro. Start stacking them things. It's just a matter of time, bro. But yeah, man, a lot of things have happened since the last time we were on. We've been just a little tied up. We didn't want to just jump on just to jump on and
That's right.
whatever. We wanted to get our stuff in order, let the world settle down, let the dust settle, and
That's right,
then
man.
jump on and do this thing, man. Golly, I was looking today. I got the email from the NFL this morning, locked and loaded for the NFL draft in Pittsburgh.
That's crazy.
So yeah, just for me, man, I'll be honest, man. Like we hadn't been on, and like it's been kind of a whirlwind. I know it's been a whirlwind in your world, but I'm looking at the calendar, and it's April now, and a year ago was when I was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer on March 7th,
Yeah.
and now I look at that calendar and see that it's April, and I'm like, God is good, man.
Yes, sir. All the
I'm
time, bro.
here. I feel good doing the
You
damn
looking you
thing.
looking good too, bruh. I'm just saying you got a little tan to you and everything. I see you, fam. I see you.
Oh man, it's just it's kind of wild, man. When I think about a year ago and where I was and how bad it was, and obviously fighting off that word called death
Yeah,
a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
times, and to be here with my guy, and we're getting to do this pod now, and we're going to be able to talk about the NFL draft. We're going to be able to talk about Major League Baseball. The Cubs are underway, playing like shit, but
Yeah.
they're they're underway. We got that going for us.
Yeah, man.
But nah, and the Bulls and Jaden Ivey's crazy ass.
It's listen, it's been a crazy month, right? Like it's just I mean, let's start with the Bears. Let's start with the Bears, man. I think, you know, the big thing, I mean, the biggest move I think they made off season, trading DJ Moore away, sending him to Buffalo for a second round pick. I think we kind of talked about that in the last pod that we kind of saw the writing on the wall for that.
Hmm.
Just your thoughts on what the Bears got back with that second round pick, and I think it was a later round pick with that too.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, we've seen it coming. I mean, I think we talked about it before it ever happened. I think anybody who pays any attention knew that the Bears were going to have to trade DJ. I mean, just too much salary. Nothing. It's not that he's not talented, and it's not that he wouldn't go. They just got to go with a cheaper option.
Facts.
You got to fill out that defense. I mean, it's just that simple. Like you got to get things rolling, and that gave them the flexibility from a pick standpoint, from a salary cap standpoint, and so now you look at the moves that they've made, in free agency, and it was kind of like need moves, nothing splashy. No trade for Max Crosby. We ain't even talked about that because we've been gone. What happened with Baltimore, and now Max is a Raider again, and can't tell me
It's
that ain't weird.
God, dog.
Um, like
Insane.
that's a lot of craziness, but I I'm gonna say this, Charles. Like I was thinking about this the other day. Like I think we knew there would be no splash moves in free agency just because they simply didn't have the money to do so.
Right.
But I like the draft capital that they have. And, honestly, I think one thing is, with Ben in the fold and him having his opinion, I thought they drafted really well last year. And
Yeah.
I'll give some credit to Poles for what he did, but I'm also going to credit Ben Johnson because he was the new dude in the room. You know what I
Fact.
mean? Like, so, you know, I, I feel good about, where they're headed. The draft is obviously going to be huge. You're going to have to find starters in this draft. I mean, you're looking up and you've got a left tackle issue. Obviously with the injury situation. Um, you know, you got a lot of holes to fill on defense. I honestly don't think they're going to go interior defensive line. I think they're still going to have to go with an edge. I'm not
Yep.
going to be shocked if they go edge and safety early,
Okay.
whichever order they go in,
Yeah.
because both are huge needs for this team. I think they're going to draft a wide receiver. Um, they're going to have to. I mean, they're going to have to. When you look at that room, they're going to have to add a receiver. Now, when they add it, I don't know. How late do they go with that? We didn't see the Luther Burden pick coming in the second round last year, and
Right.
thank God it happened because he was a steal. A lot of people thought he was a first round pick, and you're able to get him in the second round. Of course, everybody was shocked when you see with the seventh pick in the draft, we go tight end with Colston Loveland,
Yeah, he's
especially
no way.
when everybody thought Ty Warren was going to be the guy, and everybody was making fun of the pick because Colston was hurt, and everybody thought that that Warren was a better option, and I think we're doing just fine with Colston, and I think Luther Burden's pretty damn good too.
Yeah.
But I think Charles, like I am anxious about this draft. I want to see. I kind of want to see the mentality after spending all that time in Indy at the combine and seeing all these guys and getting to talk to them. And of course, if you go to our YouTube channel, guys, every one of those interviews
Every
and
every one of
every
them.
every one of them on our Outside the Shy YouTube channel. I got to ask some of those guys specifically about Chicago, and whether they've had any conversations, and some guys that are teammates. Like I talked to one of the teammates of Luther Burden, who
Hmm.
was at Mizzou, this past season, and asked him about Luther and maybe playing with Luther in Chicago.
Playing with Caleb.
Yeah, and playing with Caleb, and so, but I'll tell you, Charles, there was some freaky athletes, boy, in the
Man,
combine, and some
man.
dudes I would like to see with that C on their helmet while we were there.
It was fun to watch the combine on this side and just seeing how fast some of these dudes were, man. This had to be one of the fastest like
It was
combines.
top to bottom.
It just, man. You were talking about the draft capital. Bears are picking at 25, 57, 60 from the Bills, 89 in the third round, 129 in the fourth round. Then they have two seventh round picks. Now, in my head, Post likes to move up and down the board. So you already know we're probably going to at some point we're going to trade back and probably get a fifth or sixth round pick somewhere just to get more draft capital. But I'm kind of with you on what they probably need to do with at least the first three picks. I think you're looking in the first round, definitely going to be looking at an edge or a safety. I think we both like the guy from Oregon.
Yeah, Dylan Tiedemann.
I think that dude is a baller, man, and
Hmm.
running. I think he ran like a 4.3 or 4.4, something like that, and that shocked me because I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that speed coming from him. So
I'll be honest, I did. I did.
really,
I seen it. He reminds me so much, and it's not before anybody says it, not because he's a cracker. He reminds me of Cooper DeJean. You know what I mean? Like everybody, oh, because he's a white safety. That's why JC.
there were so many other
Nah,
ways you could have said that, bruh.
you know me. You know me. I'm gonna say it like I say it. I ain't pulling no damn punches. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm just, they're gonna be like,
My
it's
God,
because he's white.
that is
No, it's
hilarious.
because his measurables and the
Yeah,
way he, the way his numbers were at the combine, and if you go back and look at his film at Oregon, and he was at Purdue before that, and like if you look at him, man, like and I'm gonna tell you right now, I wanted Cooper DeJean back then.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I loved that dude coming into the draft, and I mean he's an Iowa dude, right there, right in the backyard, and I wanted him then, and I look at Dylan Tiedemann now, and I'm like, man, don't let that happen again, and I'm gonna say this too, Charles. A lot of people have this weird, and I don't know where people get this, like, don't take a safety in the first round. What kind of shit is that?
Take the best available player in the
Take
first
the
round.
best available player, and if he even fits your system, even better. Like if he fits a need, and he's the best player available, take him. Like why
Help
does
me
it?
understand.
I don't know. And we're drafting at number 25. Like
Right.
that's not too high to take a safety. I've seen some people saying, "Oh, if somebody takes Caleb Downs at the top of the draft, they're stupid." Dude's a freak show.
Dude was one of the best players in the country this past season. Like, what are we talking about?
He showed out. I mean, he showed out at the combine. Showed out. Like I guess I'm just different. And listen, everybody's got their own philosophies. I'm not a GM. Would love to be. Everybody has their own philosophies. But bro, like I want the best football players we can get. I want the best athletes, speed. That's one thing that Ben Johnson wants, and that's what DA wants. And they want as much speed as they can get on this roster. And you look at Tiedemann, and that dude is, golly, man, he's good. And that fits a need.
I mean, you look at the moves the Bears have made so far, man. Let's just go down the list. You can jump in and let me know what you think. We pick up Kobe Bryant from the Seahawks at safety, sign him to a 3-year deal, $30 million.
Loved it.
Yeah, ball hawk, right? Goes and gets it. Then they pick up linebacker Devin Bush from the Browns, 3-year deal worth $30 million. Another speed guy. We let go of Tremaine Edmonds. Needed somebody to come in and replace him. I think Devin Bush is. I like that. I like that pickup.
And has speed.
Yeah, and he's fast.
Speed again.
Defensive line, they go and get Neville Gallimore, D tackle from the Colts.
A lot of Bears fans flipping out about that one. A lot of people don't like it, and I'm like, guys,
depth piece.
He is, and again, he's fast. He brings a quickness on that defensive line that we didn't have. We were so terrible stopping the run, and I think what it is it's kind of like anything else, bro. Like, I grew up poor, okay? And I opened up them kitchen cabinets when I was a kid, and it was like we had lights on in there because that shit was all yellow and it said always save. Noodles, beans, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and it's so, like, for us, I don't think people understand that, like, we having to shop to always save a little bit. But if we can mix in a little name brand in there every now and then cool. But that always save fills your belly.
Yes, sir.
It fills up your belly. Like it might not be the prettiest thing, but it gets the job done.
Facts.
Bro, you're gonna have to shop to always save sometimes. You're gonna have to do the great value sometimes. Every roster has that. Like, I don't care. You can look at Seattle Seahawks, defending Super Bowl champs. They got some of those pieces on there. They're depth pieces. They're role players. We knew going into this offseason it wasn't going to be a splash offseason. It wasn't going to be this huge name and all that. You're going to develop through the draft. That's the way. That's how you build sustainability and continuity. And that's exactly what we're wanting. We want the Bears to be good for a long time. Like, we don't want it to be, oh, we're in the playoffs. Oh, we make the NFC Championship. And then we suck for 5 years. They're trying to build a stable foundation of guys. And that at some point, you got to pay Rome. You got to pay Caleb. You got to pay Kyle Monungai. You're going to have to pay Colston Loveland. You're going to have to pay Luther Burden. Like, you're going to have to pay those guys at some point. So they are planning that ahead. And the most important piece of that is Caleb Williams. Like, you got to pay that dude.
Because he's going to need a lot of money.
And so are you're wanting some veteran who's in his freaking 8th year And it's like, oh, but he's a name and everybody knows it. And we have to overpay because of what he did, not what he's going to do. Give me Neville and let him go in and fill a role at a decent piece. You know what I mean? At a decent price, and let's go. And that's the part I don't think fans don't get a lot of times, because they want all the sexy moves, right? They want, bro, give me that 76 short box truck that you still go out and that bitch fires up when you go out there.
I think the issue is people think it's a video game, right? You look like kind of like what we talked about before. Like, man, I love playing Madden. I love doing the free agency stuff. And they think, hey,
but it's not real.
It's not real. You can't go out and just be like, I want this 99 overall D tackle. That's not the NFL. It's not the real life. Let's keep going though. Khalif Raymond, I like this signing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like this signing a lot. He comes in. He's gonna replace Duvernay on special teams, and
he knows, and he is. He's a Ben Johnson guy, you know. And a lot was made of this when this signing happened. Amon-Ra St. Brown took to social and said that he is the best teammate I've ever had. Like, bro, that's a wild ass statement. Like,
you need that kind of, like, in that locker room, you need a guy like that.
Yeah.
Especially
he's a great teammate.
Especially how young that wide receiving core is. You got Rome, you got man, his name just slipped.
Luther.
Yeah. You got these two young guys. Now you got somebody who can come in, mentor both of them, and they just
Jade, who made big plays. Maybe he gets a bigger role, gets an opportunity.
I was about to say he might be looking to be that number 3 wide receiver, man. But we'll see. Bears do bring back Braxton Jones at left tackle on a 1-year, $10 million deal.
Stability.
Yep.
Depth.
Yep.
Just in case.
I know you like this one, man. Case Keenum is back. 2-year, $5.5 million.
I do.
Yeah.
He's a professor in the classroom. Like, he is going to be – he is so valuable to Caleb. I wish people would ask Caleb that question. If I get that chance, I'm going to ask him. You know, like, what does he mean to you? Because that dude, as soon as he comes off on the sideline, who's always right there, right by him?
It's Case.
Case Keenum's right there, and he's and they're looking at the iPads and they're breaking it down. And he is a coach. He is a coach on the sideline that just happens to still be wearing shoulder pads and helmet. I mean, there's no doubt. And Case is probably one of those guys that will end up being a coach
100%.
At some point.
100%.
You know, if he wants to. He's gonna be one of those guys. He's gonna be one of them sharp minds. Comes out, starts as a tight end coach, ends up being, you know, whatever, OC, and then maybe a head coach down the road if that's what he wants. But I think he's super valuable to Caleb, because let's not forget, Caleb's still young.
Yeah,
I mean, he's still young.
DeMarco Jackson, they re-signed him 2 years, 7.5. Another depth piece on that linebacker core. Thin linebacker core.
Yep.
Defensive line, Daniel Hardy's back, 2 years, $5 million deal. Again, another depth piece. They go out and pick up Jedrick Wills from the Browns.
Jedrick Wills.
What did I say? Wills.
And I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
I mean, the dude,
he was a first round pick.
He was a first round pick. And if you can kind of retrain him, rewire him, you know, Listen, I thought our O line was really good. I mean,
we didn't even. You know what? I didn't even bring up the fact that Dahlman retired, right? And we go out and get Garrett Bradbury from the Patriots for a 5th round pick, and not even a this year pick, right? That's 2027.
And he started every game, including starting in the Super Bowl.
So I mean, yeah, we lose a big part of that offensive line at Dahlman, but then we go out and get somebody who can come in right away and play.
And I was proud of them for that.
Yeah.
And let's understand, they knew it was coming.
Yeah.
That's the reason why the deal happened so fast. That's the reason why you go out and you see the trade, because I know you've seen the bag that the top free agent center, that we were all like, oh, let's go get him. He's a Bear, yada, yada. And then he goes to the Raiders. Of course, this was why they thought Max was gone.
Way out.
And so was his contract. But, you know, they go out and drop a bag bag.
I'm talking about,
And,
man.
and I'm glad we didn't. And so that brings me to that too, Charles. There's no doubt in my mind we draft a center as well
Yeah.
of the future and let Garrett Bradbury come in. And, obviously, I think the Bradbury thing is when you look and you see that, gee, I don't know, his college teammate
Yeah.
just
Plays
happens
right.
happens to be on that offensive line as well.
Plays right there.
And so there's familiarity right there. And so you have to know that, he stepped up and vouched for him as well. There's no doubt in my mind that he went and said, hey, get this cat. And again, he's a starter. He doesn't wow you, but if
Right.
you look at his numbers, and I guarantee you that Joe Tooney said, I know him. I've been in the trenches with him. It's been a long time ago, but I've been in the trenches with him. He's a great dude. He's going to work hard.
And they're like, we can
And
trust him.
yeah, and they already have that relationship too, which is so vital on that O line. Because man, you get in the trenches, man. It's that's you got to be in sync, man. And I think that'll help. And I like that move. I mean, for a fifth,
For a fifth, I mean, a starter, plug and play starter for a fifth that's not in this year's draft, but next year. I'll take it. Contavious Street comes over from the Saints, I believe.
Not bad.
Depth piece, D tackle, played under DA while he's in New Orleans. We do lose Nahshon Wright. He signed a deal with the Jets, but we bring in Cam
Good for him.
Hey, listen, man, he got it back. He got paid.
Good for him.
We knew he was going to get paid. Congratulations. But we do bring in Cam Lewis from the Bills on a 2-year deal. That nickel corner, it's depth. It's a depth spot. It's a depth.
Again, it's a need. It's a depth spot. It doesn't have to be sexy. I remember when we signed Nahshon Wright last year. I mean, nobody was talking about him. He was a really long corner, athletic. And it wasn't like a big deal at that time, but he played extremely well. And he did exactly what a guy like him needs to do. You go out, you show out, you're a Pro Bowler, and you get paid. And it just so happened he outplayed what the Bears could pay him. And so in this class, this D-back class is good as well.
Yeah.
In the draft. You only have so many picks, but I think it's just going to be so vital that you hit on these picks. A couple things that I don't think that Poles has done really well previously. He hadn't done really well on the O-line in the draft, and he has not done really well on the defensive side, just to be honest, in the draft. But he had never been a GM before.
Right.
And he's going to make some mistakes, but you gotta give him his wins too. He's Kyle Monangai
in the seventh
round. I mean, let's give the dude his flowers too, and he can own the shit bags that he's done too. You know what I mean? Like he can own that too. But let's still think about the trade that we got that led to Caleb. That has finally given Chicago a franchise quarterback. Give the dude his flowers on that, man. 100%. I mean, when you look at all the pieces that we have been able to obtain because of that trade and giving up that number 1 overall pick, give the dude his credit, man. And I just feel so much better with Ben Johnson and him in lockstep. You can tell they're in lockstep. And it was no secret how in lockstep these dudes were. Because when Ben got hired, he got that deal. Poles got extended.
Yeah,
they are in lockstep. And I think that's exactly what Ben wanted.
Yep.
Ben was like, "I'm gonna do the deal, but I want that dude with me. Like, I don't want it to be I come in, he gets fired. Mm-hmm. We're together. We're in this." And I think a lot of that success is from Ben. I think Ben having his piece in it was big. And because Flus, come on, man. Come on, man. Like,
that dude can't keep a job right now.
He's now in San Fran with some made up job. And I think he's probably a great dude, which is probably why he has that job. And I'm not saying he don't know football, but I never understood how, with all of the candidates in the world,
He
how
landed on
did
that
you
one.
land on that guy? And then, even worse, I mean, thank you, Dallas Cowboys, because you helped eat up some of that money that the Bears were going to owe him by giving him a job, and you already fired him. Like, now, I will say this. One more thing. I don't think it was all Flus in Dallas. They had trash
Yeah,
for
yeah.
players, and you traded his best piece. You traded Micah Parsons. You took that away from him. So I'm gonna give Flus a little credit. I do think Flus has a really good defensive mind. I do. I think he's a good dude by all accounts. I've talked to him back in the combine previously, and he does seem like a solid dude. Head coach, I don't see that.
When
Like,
I look at a
see
head
that.
coach, they're a leader of men,
Thousand
right?
percent.
And I
Thousand
felt
percent.
like that
They're
wasn't
type A
Flus.
personalities, man.
Yeah,
Type A.
yeah, and I felt like that wasn't Flus. But hey, he's got the made up job in San Fran. Do your thing, my guy. I do the thing I like about Cam Lewis though. He could play all the corner positions, inside, outside, and he could play safety too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's depth across the entire board. You got James Lynch. We got that. He's a D tackle from the Titans. Again, more depth on the defensive line. I feel like a couple of these guys won't be on, like, a couple of these D tackles won't be on the roster when the season starts. I just feel like these are just signings kind of just to see who's going to be the best fit in that rotation on that D tackle spot.
You
And
know what I wonder though? You know what I was thinking about this, and I want to get your opinion. I want to say it before I forget. I'm wondering if Stevenson gets moved to safety.
who takes well? So who's on the other side then? You got Jalen, you got Kyle Gordon. And you think Cam's going to step in there?
Maybe, or you draft a corner. Like, I'm just saying, like, you've got to need it safety, and I'm just, a lot of times if you can't succeed at corner, your next move is safety or nickel.
Yeah,
And Tyreek has a lot of abilities. His maturity is a little different,
yeah.
but I just
That's a
I
way to put it.
just I just wonder, I just wonder if they try to move him. And I'll be honest with you, man, like, I know you don't like this,
I
but
know
you
you
know
were.
how I feel about
Go ahead.
JJ. Like,
So
I want to trade that dude so bad. Like, when I was thinking about cap space flexibility, he was the first one I thought about, man. Like, I don't know. I know there are going to be Bears fans that watch this, probably going to send me some hate mail or whatever. It's cool. It ain't the first time, won't be the
thick
last
skin.
time.
You got
I
thick
give no
skin.
shits. I don't give a shit. Um, but like, for me, I don't see him as this lockdown corner. I understand he wasn't fully healthy, but I have such a hmm, I have such a
Mm-hmm.
problem with his half-assedness and his soft ass. Like, I get so tired of his business decisions, man. And to get paid like he's getting paid, and inevitably, bro, he's going to be trying to get more money.
Yeah, yeah.
He's going to try. He's going to try to get more money. I'm telling you.
Here's you brought up moving Tyreek to safety, and it just clicked with me that go
I
ahead.
mean, if
And
we
move
can
him
get Tenement, I'm good.
Listen, go ahead and move Tyreek there. We got Zah Frazier coming off an injury this year, and we don't know anything about this kid. He is, I feel like he's going to be Nashawn Wright. 6'3", 186, and he ran one of the fastest 40s at the combines 2 years ago. So I mean, if he could come in and play the other outside corner on the other side from Jalen, and you still got Kyler in the slot. I mean, why not put him out there and see what he could do? Go Tyreek to safety. If you don't go get the kid from Oregon, go Tyreek at safety to see what he can do. I'm not mad at that. I'm interested to see what Zah is going to look like on the field this year. And then the other signing we bring back the Sandman, man. Jack Sanborn back in a Bears uniform. He spent a year with the Cowboys, but he's going to come back home and be a Bear. He had 24 starts in 54 games over 4 years. I mean, now he joins Devin Bush, T.J. Edwards, DeMarco Jackson. Just adding more depth in that linebacker room, man. So that's all the signings so far. I think they brought back, was it Jalen Jones? Yeah, Jalen Jones came back. Again, like you said, nothing splashy, nothing too, like not the big names that, you know, everybody was hoping for, but depth pieces, helping to build that roster back up. I think with 3 picks in the first 60, it's really going to help this team out. It's really going to help this team out, man.
No, and I'm going to say this too. I think too that I could, just depending who's there at 25, I could see them trading back. You know, if the best player available on their board, or say the top 2 or 3, say it's a quarterback, or say it's a running back, or say it's something that they don't value at that moment, I could see them trading back and not even having a first round. But the only problem with that, and a lot of people don't think about this, is when you draft a first round pick, you get that extra 5th year. So that's huge. Like, that's huge. And so, like, if you're going to get an edge or even a safety, you know, or maybe a left tackle, you know, those are probably the top 3 biggest needs on this team right now. If you trade back and you don't have a first round pick, even if you get a mint for it, you now lost that 5th year, you know. And so that is something to consider too. Maybe they drop back later in the first and don't drop out of the first round. I could see that. Like, if there's somebody at 25, say it's Ty Simpson, we'll just use him, quarterback, Alabama, and somebody really wants him, and say it's one of the teams behind the Bears, then, you know, you drop back later in the first and still end up getting your guy, you know, and maybe get a 3rd out of it, or a 4th, or whatever it may be, you know, that adds up on the draft board. You know, I could see that being a possibility too. But I'm telling you, man, I'm in best player available mode all the time. That's my draft strategy. That's my preference as a fan, and somebody is a wannabe GM. You know, that's for me. BPA is what I always live by, because I just think you need the best player available. I don't care, you know, and if that best player available is a quarterback or running back, and you don't need that, then trade back. Trade back. Don't go away. Like, don't reach. Don't. We've done too much of that. Like, in the past, as Bears, done way too much of that, man.
So, looking at ESPN right now, they got a 3-round draft with Mel Kiper and Phil Yates. At 25, Kiper has the Bears picking Peter Woods, the D tackle from Clemson. I mean,
no. Mel Kiper done inhaled. Sorry, Mel. Love you, bro. But you done inhaled way too much hairspray.
They have
I'm going to tell you right now, bro, I might lose my credential forever with the NFL if I'm sitting in Pittsburgh and they say with the 25th pick of the 2026 NFL draft, the Chicago Bears select Peter Woods from Clemson. I'm losing my shit.
They said the kid from Oregon would go 18 to Minnesota.
And I can see that, because they're going to try to replace Harrison Smith.
Yep.
You're going to trade one white safety for another white safety.
Just a rotating door in that position.
Yeah, just crack it in, crack out. Crack it in, crack out.
At 57, Kiper has a second. Is it Danny Dennis Sutton, the defensive end from Penn State?
Now, hey, I'm gonna tell you. Now, that dude is a freak.
Yeah.
Did you see his vert, Charles?
No. Let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on.
Holy hell! It was something like 40.
Really,
bro? That big man guy, and his broad, like, that dude.
He's
is
6'5", 265.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, go look at what he did. Go look at what he did at the combine. I was like, Jesus. And he's
Really.
from Penn State, and Penn State defensive linemen
They fare very
can be
well.
good, can be bad. I mean, we had what was it, Michael Haynes way back?
Yeah, and then I mean, just think about the other guys they brought out. They got a certain dude that's plays for the Packers. So I mean, you know what I'm saying. And then at 60, they got us taking. Yates has us taking Kyle Lewis, the safety linebacker from Pittsburgh.
The only thing about that, man, I like Kyle Lewis a lot, but he's so undersized. It
Yeah,
kind of scares me.
yeah,
Again, look, bro, I don't want to reach at 25. 25 needs to be a starter. He needs to be a plug and play dude. No more reaching. Like, no more reaching, man. Like, I can't do it, bro. Like, listen, this is what I want, bro. Like, I want it to be one of them things, my man, where they're running up there with the card. Like, I can't believe this dude is here. That's what I want. And if that dude ain't there, trade back. Because inevitably somebody's ringing your phone. I'm sorry, but even at the bottom of here's what I know. Like, if you're at the bottom third, bottom quarter of the first round, even if it's not someone that say is at 26 through 32,
okay,
there's somebody in the top 5 of the second round that are chomping at the bits to get back into the first. And again, yes, I hate to potentially lose that 5th-year option, but if that offer is good enough and we got so many holes to fill, if we get the first pick of the second round and a third and and a 4, whatever it may be, let's roll. You know what I mean? If you had your dream scenario, Charles, I'm gonna put you on the spot. If you had your dream scenario at 25, let's not factor no trades, no none of that in. Who do you want? Who do you want at 25? And it's got to be realistic, bro. Don't be hitting me with Arvell Reese or none of that. Like, I need you to at least be somewhat realistic if you're gonna do this. But like somebody that could be there.
I'm a Cassius Howell fan. I think Cassius Howell will be a solid pick at the end. I mean, if
he scares me.
If the board shapes out like ESPN has it right now, and again, I'm just going off of what they have, we're not going to have a chance to go get the kid from Oregon, and that's somebody that I feel like would be the perfect pick for Chicago right now. I feel like if he fell to 25,
him or EMW.
Yeah,
like I like EMW a lot.
Now they have him going 30th to Miami.
And so that's one of those scenarios too, bro, where if you could trade back.
Now I know
stay in the first.
I think he spent a lot of time in Chicago. I think they've brought him in for a visit. They talked
to
him.
him.
Okay,
I like him a lot.
What's your hang up on Cassius?
I don't. His tape doesn't wow me.
Okay,
like he's not consistent. If you can't be consistent in the SEC,
yeah,
how are you going to be consistent in the NFL?
I mean,
I'm gonna say it, and he's a big dude, and I hope I don't ever run across him because he beat my ass. But don't be beating on a cancer patient, dog.
Wow, Jay. Anyways, go ahead.
Sometimes look like Tarzan, play like Jane.
I got you. Okay.
Like, he looks the part, like his measurables and all that. And I'm probably going to get some hate mail because Trooper Taylor is probably going to cuss me out if he sees this because that's, he's an A&M guy. I wasn't even blown away by him at the combine. Like, I wasn't blown away. I hope I'm wrong, Cassius, bro. Like, I wish him nothing but the best. I mean, and if he's a Bear, I'm gonna support him 1,000% and just hope he proves me wrong. He doesn't wow me. Like, I know it's 25, bro, but I want to be wowed. I need somebody that's going to hit that field and show out. Like, that you got to have that. We have too many holes, Charles. Like, we can't afford to take somebody at 25 that's a freaking project. And Poles has done that shit. Look how long it took Darnell Wright to become an all-pro. And I think a lot of that goes to our O-line coach. You got to give him credit because he's starting to maximize and get the most out of our O-line. And what he has done, man, applaud. Give that dude so much credit. But I'm going to tell you, like, I'm gonna tell you something that's probably not popular with a lot of people. Like, I like Akeem Mesidor more than I like Ruben Bank.
Okay, so that was gonna be my other name for you, right? They got Mesidor going at I just passed him. He was going, I think it was 15. Yeah, they got him going 15 to Tampa Bay, and then they've got Zion Young, the edge from Missouri, going to Dallas at 20. So, I mean, if you're looking to get that edge rusher. Kedrick Folk from Auburn, they got him going at 22. Yeah, and I feel like he's more of a defensive tackle than he is a defensive end. I think he's a big body dude. That's what I'm saying. There's like, if we're looking DN, they've also had. I'm
gonna be honest, man. My guy Kieran Crawford, who played at Auburn, opposite of Keldrick Falk. I like Kieran better than Keldrick. And I'm not saying it because I know him. I am just telling you, like, Kieran has a lot of upside, in my opinion, a lot of physical attributes. And when you watch him play, he just happens to be all over the place. And I know what his motor looks like. I know who he is.
Yeah.
And I like him better. And you could get him later.
I was about to say, but that's a later pick. At 25, though, you got to.
No. I'm not saying take him at 25, but I'm saying – I would take Kieran later before I ever thought about taking Keldrick Falk with the 25th pick. No way. Not me.
Let me finish this one because I forgot they had 3 rounds on this one. Set at 80. What number are we at? 80. Let me see. 89. At 89, they got us taking Antonio Williams, the wide receiver from Clemson. But still on the board at 91 is a guy I think we both liked. And Jacoby Lane, the wide receiver from USC. If he's still on the board, please sprint to.
I'm gonna tell you,
you like the kid from Missouri too. You like the guy from Missouri a lot.
I do, but I will tell you, I love Lane. I like him better than Lemon, which is again another huge unpopular opinion, and people will tell me I'm crazy and I don't know what I'm talking about. I've only been covering the draft and messing with the draft since I was a little damn kid. So what do I know? But Lemon, he's getting comparisons to Amon-Ra St. Brown, and I don't like that. I don't like it. Amon-Ra, and I'm a lifelong Bears fan. He is a Detroit Lion. He whips our ass more times than I can count, right? Amon-Ra he's almost the standard, in my opinion. He's almost the standard at that slot type position. Like, that dude, and what he was able to do, I think was he a 5th round pick? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, he was
late, and I'm an Amon-Ra fan, and that might get darts thrown at me. I love that dude's game, man, and when we have to play that guy twice a year, I'm like, shit.
Right.
I don't want to see him. He is so good. And I don't like people comparing Makai Lemon to him. And Makai is a different kind of personality. He's a different cat. I hope he proves me wrong, but he's a different dude. Like, now I like Lane. I like Lane better. Like, I do.
And it's that big body wide receiver, right? So now you got Rome on one side, you got Lane, who's 6'4", 200 pounds, but ran a 4.4 740, 40-inch vert, 10.9 broad jump. I mean, dude's got big hands, 10.5-inch hands. Come on, man.
Like him.
You got Rome on one side, you got Lane you got Lane on the other side, and you got Burden in the slot. And then you got Colston. I feel like that's a really,
and you still got Cole Kmet that everybody wants to forget about. I
feel like weapon wise, I feel like that's better than what we might have had last year. I love DJ, but I feel like if we're going younger, if that's younger, faster, and more explosive,
DJ wasn't even the leading receiver on the team. I don't. I mean,
That
I'm
part.
not saying it's his fault.
That part.
I'm not saying it's his fault, but like from a production standpoint, like it's not like, oh God, how do we replace all that production from DJ? The only thing I would say is how do we replace that leadership,
Hmm.
that steady personality in the locker room? The guy who did make plays when you need, he made some big plays, but
Yeah.
he also shit the bed at the end of the year too. Like he's culpable in that. I'm not saying it was all his fault, but that route where he cut it off and didn't finish it led to an interception that
Cost us the
sealed the
game.
game for the Rams. I'm not saying it was all his fault. You know, Caleb's culpable for that. The play design was part of that. But at the same time, the effort wasn't there to break that up either. Like, and so I want nothing but the best for DJ. I think go play with one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Josh Allen and do the damn thing and thank you for everything you did. And like he says all the time, F the Packers.
Yeah.
And he said forever, F the Packers. Even though he's in Buffalo, F the Packers. And
F
and
the
I love that
Packers.
about him. And he is by all accounts a great dude, you know, great in the community. He done a lot of good things, charitable, you know, Walter Payton Man of the Year type stuff, you know, and that's great. But to act like we can't get another receiver to come in and get 500 yards,
Come on
absolutely
now.
we can. We did it a year ago, and he surpassed. Like Luther Burden. Luther Burden finished the season as the best receiver on the team. And I'm a Rome Odunze guy, but Rome didn't do it. Rome was hurt too much, and Rome needs to learn to catch the damn ball. I love you, Rome. I
I
got one of your
think
jerseys. I love you, man.
I think
I don't buy
that's
jerseys on accident. Like I
I
love the
think
dude. I
that's
loved him coming out of Washington. I was excited. I was jumping for joy when we drafted him. I love the dude, but I'm sorry, it's put up or shut up time. You
I was
know,
about to say
if
this is
you know,
that
and
year
maybe your
he
dad needs to quit talking on social media too. You know, tell him to shut up.
I think
Like he
that's the
loves
big
you and he wants the best for you, but shut up. Go play.
this year's big for Rome. I think this year has to be that breakout
There's
season
no
for him.
doubt. It's
Um
huge. Like there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. That
and
dude's got to put up.
and you saying you're a Rome guy. Now Rome is from the city, man. He's from Vegas.
I know.
Like I said, he's from I know his family.
I love Rome. He is one of my favorite players on the damn team. I love
it's
Rome
just
Odunze.
it's just time for and now's his chance too, right? Because like depth chart wise, he's gonna be wide receiver number one. Now target wise, he won't be target one. That's gonna be Colston, obviously. But
But Charles, I'm going to disagree. I'm
okay,
going to disagree. I'm going to disagree. And here's why I disagree. If Rome can harness and stay healthy and go back to the first 3-4 weeks of the season, he was catching a touchdown every week. Like he was on his way to being a Pro Bowl wide receiver, top 10, maybe top 5 wide receiver. He was on that trajectory. He was, and then he got hurt. And he's mature enough. I know he's a realist. I mean, just based on what I've seen from him, he's a realist, bro. Like he knows he drops too many passes. He knows he dropped the touchdown in the end zone against the Rams. Like that can't happen. That type of stuff cannot happen moving forward. Like that can't be a thing anymore, you know? And so Caleb took a huge jump, right? And we thought Caleb and Rome would take a huge jump. Okay, year one of Ben Johnson, that shit's over. And I love the fact that Ben is saying that. He said at the GM and owners meeting, you know, here recently, like, I'm done talking about 2025. I'm done.
yeah, yeah,
That shit's over. A lot of those guys are gone. Like, we're focused on the draft. We're focused on 2026. What we did then don't mean shit now.
right.
And that is a fact. And bro, like, for me, to get back to what I asked you, you know, if we could get them at 25, who would you want? I mean, somebody like Akeem Mesidor for me, if he could drop, if Dylan Thineman dropped, if McNeil Warren was to drop, and he may. I know there again. It's going to go back to there are going to be some people that are like, "Oh, I can't believe we took a safety with the 25th pick." We need one.
Yeah,
We need one.
yeah,
You know, if you have JJ and Tyreek on the outside, say that's what we rock with again, or you know maybe we do something, maybe Cam Lewis, whatever it may be, and then you can get Kyler Gordon healthy and let him stay playing kind of that nickel role, And then, obviously going out and getting Kobe Bryant on the back end. McNeil Warren is like a genetic freak too. But if we
Okay.
could get EMW or Dylan Thieneman back there and then address edge in the second round, fine. The edge is a lot deeper than the D tackle in this draft. I think we've already addressed D tackle in free agency.
So you wouldn't want to get one of these young guys, one of these young D tackles like a Caden McDonald or anybody like that. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I don't trust any. I'm gonna be honest. I don't trust any of them. I don't. And I think if you can get a healthy Shamar, is he gonna be inside or is he gonna be outside? They know way more than we do. Like they know, and I'm gonna trust them. They know way more than we do, bro. Shamar, we forget about him. We forget that he was just drafted last year because he was hurt. Yep. But what if?
That's the same thing with Frazier, right? Like,
Zod.
We took Zod in the 4th round last year.
And they know better than us. And so some of these holes that we think are there, they may feel confident in they're already being filled. We don't know. And I'm not, they know better than me. I'm not going to tell them nothing. They're smarter than I am. They've got that intimate knowledge of what that room really looks like. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but it still goes back to, Charles, best player available. If you just stick to best player available, everything's going to be fine.
It's just that as a fan, right, sitting there and waiting till 25, and you're just like, and you know what I mean? Like, you're like, okay, hey, he's still on the board. Demon's still on the board.
Trust me, bro. I'm going to be in the room. I'm going to be in the room, like,
and it'll be our luck.
Where we at?
Vikings go ahead and take them, and we're like, you know what I mean? It's just that's the part. That's the part.
They don't even have a real GM. They don't even have a real GM.
Let's talk about this too, because this just came down today, I believe. We are not getting our compensatory picks for what?
The compensatories? Yeah,
compensatory picks from the Falcons.
It's
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Change the rule.
I saw the tweet go out this morning. I think it was this morning or yesterday, and I was just like, the dude is the GM. He's going to be the one making the calls. He's the one that's going to be doing everything in that room. And we can't get off.
Everybody has said it. Matt Ryan has said it. I mean, everybody has said it. Like, who was at the GM meeting? Who was there? Who was there for the Falcons at the GM meeting?
Who was there at the Combine?
I was there. I talked to him.
We got the interview up on the YouTube channel.
I talked to him, and they have made it very clear.
I think he even said it too at the Combine.
He did. He did. They're in the Falcons are like, the Bears should get the picks.
Yeah.
That is our GM. Like, that is they have all said, we got our GM. He's the one leading the draft. He's the one at the Combine. Like, he was doing everything. And Matt Ryan has said, I'm leaning on him. Like, I am going to be a leader, and I'm going to lean on him, and he's going to do, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's frustrating as hell that you're losing 2 third-round picks, really, one this year, one next year. Like, I don't know, man. I think as Bears fans, and I think we just got to move on. I think we all had a pretty good idea we weren't going to get them. Like, and it's not right. But by the letter of the law, they have a leg to stand on, I guess, because they have a team president, and he's really in charge. And even though he's not going to be the one leading the draft, he was not the one leading free agency. It's not, and it's frustrating. Like, it's super frustrating.
So when do you leave out to head to the draft?
So the plan will be to fly out the day before. So the draft is 3 weeks from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll try to fly out the day before. I
Okay.
was just waiting on confirmation from the NFL, and I got that this morning. Yeah, man, I've never been to the Steel City. I've always wanted to go. Last year, I actually had plans to go for A State Bowling.
Yeah.
That's where they went. That's where they're at currently. Schedule didn't work out, obviously, with the WNIT and everything that we've been doing here locally
Yeah.
on the local level. And so, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Um, it's just all of these NFL functions, if you will, the combine, the draft, even the GM and owners meetings. All of that stuff is it's really cool from the standpoint of from a networking perspective and getting to know other media members. And I talked to so many great folks, people that I've known over the years, new people that I met this year when I was at the combine in Indy, and it's just it's kind of cool to just get to pick people's brains, but then talk to the head coaches, talk to the GMs, talk to those guys, and then obviously the prospects and see kind of what makes them tick. And it kind of does change your perspective, man. Like from, you know, you're like, oh man, I really like this guy, and then you talk to him, and you're like, okay, maybe not. Or or the flip side of that. Like the flip side of that is, man, I had this guy a little bit lower, but man, I talked to him. Holy cow! Like one of the smartest dudes I've ever talked to, man, and a lot of great character guys, a lot of high football IQ guys. When you meet them, like talking to Mendoza, you know,
That dude.
wow,
That dude,
wow,
man.
impressive.
I know we don't talk much about the Raiders, man, right? But what this Kirk Cousins situation, right? They signed Kirk Cousins to this big contract, but have I mean, it's obvious they're taking Mendoza here at number one. When you see Cousins getting, what was it, 20 mil, something like that? Like what's the thought process behind that, do you think?
So I have a couple thoughts. Maybe they want flexibility at number one. What if they want flexibility at number one?
So when
What
you
if because next year's quarterback class is a good one.
supposed to be a good
And
one.
so what if they want that? Or what if it is, bro, like what if it is we don't want to rush him and break him? I think
Yeah.
I think a lot of teams do that too often. Some of these guys don't pan out because you throw them into the fire too soon and they're not ready. The NFL is elite, is the elite of the elite in the world. I mean, you got guys who have been in the league 10, 15 years and they still go out there and look like ass, because it's the best athletes on the planet. And I'm gonna be honest. I think the Raiders are actually smart. Like they're actually acting like a real franchise.
I did a video for my channel, man, and I talked about just how this offseason for the Raiders has kind of set them up for the next few years. I mean, you go out and you get the best center in the league, one of the best centers in the league. You get some really good pass rush. You get some depth at corner. You got Mendoza coming in. The only this cousin thing, I scratched my head because I'm like, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money, and hey, that dude's agent is insane. I'm like, yo, his agent is the GOAT because he got money from Atlanta that he's still getting money from, and now he's getting money from Vegas. So, yeah, I'm not sure how all that's going to work out. I see what you're saying with like, hey, maybe we let Mendoza sit for a year, and then, or if Kurt just starts, wetting the bed, we put Mendoza in. But I still think the Raiders are a couple pieces away from being a contender in that AFC West. They got to get a wide receiver. They got to get a wide receiver.
But
They
look
got to
at
get
bro, look at their free agent signings. I thought they did pretty well.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
100%.
I'm actually pretty shocked in how they attack free agency. And I mean, I'll be honest, man. I mean, think about it, if you're the Raiders, I mean, Kirk Cousins was probably the best quarterback available on the market. as far as free agency. You didn't have to give up any draft capital to have him. He's a great security blanket. Geno is gone. You need a veteran quarterback. You may need to start the season with this dude. Start the season with Kirk and with Captain Kirk and see what happens. And then baby step Fernando in. But what if there's somebody in that building that thinks maybe Fernando's not the guy? What if it's that? What if it's somebody's willing to give a haul up for number one and go get Fernando? And you got to have a quarterback to roll. And listen, the Raiders are not Fernando Mendoza away from competing for a championship.
Correct.
So why not consider it? I mean, think about what turned this Bears franchise around. It was trading the number one overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
It was trading the number one overall pick. And then you look at, and a lot of teams are looking at the Bears now and going, damn, like they got it going. And how did they get it going? Well, they traded the number one overall pick when we were all like, oh no, don't do that.
Yeah.
And it worked out pretty well, right?
You look at this Raiders team, and again, I know this isn't a Raiders podcast, but you look at this Raiders team and what they're doing. I like what they're building on the defensive side of the ball. It's just that offensive side of the ball where it's like a lot of you go out and you get the running back last year early. You got Bowers, the tight end, but that offensive line, it got better with Linderbaum, right? Everybody else is trash,
and you paid a bag for him.
You paid a lot of money for that cat.
You paid a bag. I mean, it's the highest. I mean, that's the most money a center has ever had. Ever.
You look at the wide receiver room, you look at the other weapons, and it's like me and you out there playing wide receiver, bro. It's not good. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Man, you get me in a red zone. I'm messing around.
I was gonna say I could catch a fade route. You know what I'm saying? You put it up.
Put me in a red zone. I'm gonna probably not do shit, but I'm a little good.
I'm gonna catch at least one. You know what I'm saying?
Look good.
I'm gonna box somebody out on a slant route.
I'm gonna be a little conspiracy theorist, Charles. I think they want to see what they can get.
Listen, man.
I think they want to see what they can get with that one. Because again, look at the top of the draft.
I was just about to say that. There's a lot of talent at the top of this draft, man.
In hell, bro. Maybe they're like, we don't want to take a quarterback this year. But what if, and I'm going to tell you, there's always that one dumbass team. And we all know who it is.
I mean, listen.
We all know who that one dumbass team is.
And listen,
they're sitting there at number 2.
If they give up that oh my Lord. Could you imagine if they traded up wow.
So imagine the Jets come up one spot. Okay, the Jets come up one spot.
So if we're looking at that,
and the Raiders drop to 2, and they get next year's first for the Jets. Maybe they get a second. Maybe they get a haul. Go back and look at what the Bears got from Carolina, so they could go up and get Bryce Young. Okay, look at that. And if you're the Raiders, again, you're not Fernando Mendoza away from competing or winning. Yes, you need a franchise quarterback. But Kirk Cousins, Mr. Tarjay, Mr. Coles, he can be serviceable. And then you look at next year's draft at the quarterback position, and everybody's talking about it might be the Caleb, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix type draft. Maybe they don't love Fernando. Like Fernando, to me, I was comping Fernando the other day. Obviously he didn't work out at the combine. He did work out at the IU Pro Day. But I was comping him, and he reminds me of another guy that went number 1 overall. And he's not going to wow you. And he got traded. And he's in our division now.
God,
and he plays in Detroit.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's not a bad comp. I think he might be a little bit more athletic than what Goff is, but I think
that's who he reminds me of.
Yeah. Yeah.
He reminds me of Jared Goff a little bit. So, but if you look back, I mean, Jared Goff is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
he's a
yeah.
solid quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, and
He's a
I think
winner.
Ben fixed him.
Yeah.
I think Ben fixed that dude. But he did go to his. I mean, when you think about his time with the Rams,
Super Bowl.
and
Went to the Super
and
Bowl.
he went to a Super Bowl, and so Matthew Stafford just happened to win one. But I don't know if everybody just is assuming that it's a done deal,
Yeah.
that the Raiders are taking Fernando Mendoza, number 1 overall pick, yada yada yada. Is he the best quarterback in this draft? It appears that way. But this is also a very weak quarterback draft.
100%.
Like this is a very weak. Ty Simpson, I don't know. I mean, like it's a pretty big separation.
Yeah.
And so, excuse me, if you're the Raiders, and maybe you have some doubts in your mind, maybe when you looked at Pro Day, maybe you look at his film and you go, and I don't know, there's some surefire picks here. You look at the best available in this draft, right? And the Raiders need a lot.
Yeah.
The Raiders need a lot, right?
A lot.
But let me ask you right now, just take the quarterback position out of play. Okay, Charles? But I told you, all right, you have your choice of Fernando Mendoza, David Bailey, Sonny Styles, Mansour Delane, Ruben Bain, Arvell Reese. Are you taking Fernando Mendoza over any of them guys?
No. And
I'm
gonna be honest with you. For me, with that team,
I really like David Bailey a lot.
I like Arvell Reese, man. I like Reese, and it's not me being a homer. You know what I'm saying? It's not me being a homer, but give me Reese. I like Sonny Styles a lot, but they also need corner help, and Mansour Delaney is.
Bro, and I'm going to tell you, he might be my favorite player that I talked to at the Combine.
He's just such a good he is a really good player, man.
He might be my favorite player I talked to. I'm telling you. Impressive. That dude is so impressive. Do you take him number 2? Maybe not.
Maybe not. I mean, you can trade back.
But
here, so
you could trade back.
You told me to look up the Bears trade with Carolina.
Yes.
Carolina sent Chicago DJ Moore, 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. So, right. So those picks turned out for the Bears. Darnell Wright, Tyreek Stevenson, Caleb, Luther Burden. Exactly.
For Bryce Young.
For Bryce Young.
For Bryce Young. Like, let's just call it like we see it, bro.
For Bryce Young.
For Bryce Young.
We've got.
And that's really not even all. Like, there's more because of you just look at the domino effect of where we picked the following year, where they picked, et cetera. There's more dominoes that really fell. But if we just take it as simply as that, Darnell Wright was an all-pro this year.
I was about to say, look how many starters we got out of that trade.
DJ Moore did exactly what we needed him to. Great professional, did everything we need him to. So you got DJ Moore out of the deal. Tyreek Stevenson can be a jackass sometimes, immature little child, but he is a starter.
Yeah.
He is a starting caliber corner. Okay. Caleb Williams is our franchise quarterback.
And now we've got our.
There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. And Luther Burden is a starter and maybe the best wide receiver on the team unless Rome takes another big jump. So let's just, since this is a Chicago-focused podcast, and we talk everything sports. By the way, shout out to one of my absolute favorite coaches on the planet, Dawn Staley, knocked off UConn.
Did they just win that game?
And had some words between her and Gino. We're going to have to delve into that at some point, maybe next pod. Them two had to be separated. Yeah.
God, they put belts at. God, dog. It was 62-48. Yeah.
And there was words like they got separated. Like it's not good. But to get back to this, but let's just look at that from a Raiders point of view as number one overall and the Bears. Bro, it's a no brainer. Like it's a no brainer.
I don't know.
So if you could make a trade, I mean, with any of these teams that need a quarterback, that would be willing to jump up and give you a player
and 2 first-round picks,
2 first and then 2 seconds.
I feel like you got to do it, and it's like it's not just, and the player has to be an impact player. You know what I'm saying? It has to be somebody that could come in and play right off the bat. Now, again, this is the Jets we're talking about. So
the Jets don't have a quarterback. The Arizona Cardinals don't have a quarterback now. Okay, I'm just going to keep running. I still firmly believe that the Cleveland Browns don't have a quarterback. Okay, they don't have a quarterback. Deshaun Watson's back. He's probably going to get massaged again or whatever. I'm just cycling through, looking at who needs a quarterback. Miami don't. I mean, they do.
They just paid Malik Willis. Yeah, they don't have nobody.
They
else.
paid him, but he's it, and they're believing in him. And Jeff has a tie with him, obviously coming from Green Bay together. But I'm just kind of looking through. I'm looking at the list here of teams that need quarterback, need a quarterback. I mean, Minnesota needs a quarterback.
Yeah. So I was one of the people who thought that Kirk Cousins was going to go back to Minnesota.
They got Kyler Murray, but is he the answer? You know, they have JJ. Kyler's probably going to get that job, right? Kyler's probably going to start, and they're going to try to. Are they going to try to develop JJ? They're going to give up on him. They're going to try to trade him. What are they going to do there? But again, do they have a quarterback?
If we're going off of what makes the most sense, it feels like it's the Jets. They have 2 first-round picks this year. They have 2 first-round picks. I mean,
well, so do the Dolphins.
Yeah, but like you said though, if they just signed Malik to all that money, if they just gave Willis all that money, it just doesn't make sense for them to do that. But the Jets don't have who's on their roster right now. Who? You know what I mean? Like, who is their quarterback?
But that's what I'm saying. I think
they got Geno. So they got Geno supposed to be their starter this year.
You had it right the first time. They don't have a quarterback.
So you said
the Raiders.
Who do you send to Vegas then? I mean, you're not going to give up.
But that's when you look at a player of need. Like you look at a position of need and say, I want that guy. I want your first this year, your first next year. I want a second this year and a second next year. You know, that's how you do it. And unless, of course, you say, hey, I want both your first this year, you know, because you're just swapping. You're going to get another later first and another second and maybe a third, you know, or whatever, you know. If you're the Raiders, are you sold on Mendoza? If you are, take him.
Yeah.
Take him. I mean, everybody's been saying Mendoza to the Raiders since before the college season ended.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like, but what if that Raiders brass, that it does include Tom Brady, is looking at next year going, we want Arch Manning? You know, what if it's one of the other guys in that class? I mean, because that's going to be a hefty quarterback class. Whereas this year, it's Mendoza, and then it's everybody else. But is it Mendoza? Is he number one by default?
And I feel like that's what it is. So, like, you look at next year, you've got Julian Sand from Ohio State. You got Dante Moore from Oregon, Arch Manning, C.J. Carr from Notre Dame, Jaden Maiava from USC, Lenore Sellers. I mean, the list goes on. Drew, what's his name? Mestamaker from Oklahoma State, Sam Levitt. This is a deep.
It is, and that's what I'm saying. It's a class that you may see 4 to 5 guys in the first round next year. Like you legitimately may see that. And so if you're the Raiders, is that part of your Kirk Cousins move?
Yeah.
Is that part of your Cousins move? Is it
I
that?
didn't even realize Trinidad Chambers is going to be in that class next year. I mean, that dude, I love that cat, man. I just
And see, a lot of people aren't sure that he can play QB at the next level, but he's also denied. So is he going to be in this class? Because he wasn't at the combine and he got denied again. The
oh,
courts
did
of the
he?
NCAA denied him again.
So is
So
he in this class?
he's going to have to be draft eligible. I'm assuming. I don't know. I didn't look at Ole Miss's pro day, but I'm assuming he worked out. He had to have.
I mean, let's be real. The real number one pick next year is going to be Jeremiah Smith from Ohio State. If we're being honest, best player in the country. But that's just my Buckeye favorite.
But you know how that goes. Who's gonna have the number one overall pick, and who's gonna have the need? It's probably gonna be somebody like the Jets again, and they're probably still gonna need a quarterback.
Yeah,
But you see what I'm saying? Like it's
just
these teams.
Yeah,
But again, like you look at Arizona. Arizona needs a quarterback. No, do they believe? Do they believe in Fernando Mendoza? Does somebody believe in him enough to come up and give the Raiders that haul?
and seeing that, and again, that's the one thing I love about the draft. It's just seeing who is going to shoot that shot to see, to get up to that spot where they can get their player. I also have ESPN open right now, and just to make a quick switch, the Bulls are losing 123-83 to the New York Knicks right now.
Brother, I already told you, like we still have not tanked right.
Correct.
I mean, we beat the Rockets the other night.
Correct.
Stop it.
What
what are we doing?
We're fourth in the Central
Division
right now. Like the Bucks are going to have a better chance at the pick than what we are. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games left this season, man. This team, man.
Is Billy going to go to Chapel Hill?
I did hear that.
If he's smart,
Bye.
But
as soon as
I
they
say
call.
that.
As
Now
soon
I
as they
say
call.
that. I say that. Billy has not been a part of the NIL world, the transfer portal. He has not been a part of that.
Here's
I mean, that was not going on when he was at Florida.
Here's
like
the thing.
that wasn't a thing. And then, obviously, OKC, it's been a long time. People don't realize how long it's been since Billy Donovan has been in college hoops. And
if you look at this poop show that he's been going through here with the Bulls, as soon as somebody calls me from college, I'm like, I'm on my way.
Unless I'm going to say this, Charles, unless the Reinsdorfs have told Billy, just make it through the season. We're going to have a new leadership in here.
But
something's got to change, Charles.
Something's got to change.
Bro, it doesn't matter if we resurrect Red Auerbach from the dead. It doesn't matter who you have at head coach.
Correct.
If your roster is trash. I mean, we go out and trade for a guy who Detroit had a problem with his politics, his thoughts on
everything.
Everything. I don't even want to delve too far into it.
Yep.
Because I obviously have strong opinions about that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't want no part of that. You can have your personal feelings and beliefs, and that's fine. But why do you have to go on social media and do it? Like that's just like us, Charles. You and I have been in media for years.
Yeah.
I have hosted radio shows. I'm a sideliner. I've done all kinds of media deals. I have thoughts on politics. I have thoughts on things that are going on in the world. But there are just things that are loses. And it's okay for you. It's not the Bulls or the NBA saying you can't have an opinion. They're just saying don't go and blast it all over social media and try to offend or hurt people or whatever it may be. Play basketball, do your thing, and whatever. That dude was a problem in Detroit.
I look
Like
at
they
him.
were having a problem with him in Detroit. Now I was excited to have him, to be
I
honest with you.
was too. I
I think
was
he's a
too.
great player. He's
I
a great
look at
player.
him. I look at him, and I think,
Hell, his mom's a great coach at
man,
Notre
listen,
Dame.
and she's a great person too. Like I've
I
met
love
her.
it.
I met her when I was living in South Bend. She's a great person, and and I think Jay's a great kid too, man. I think that the way he is going about doing this is just the wrong way. New England, the Patriots have a running back. He went to Ohio State. His name is slipping me right now. Anyways, Christian, he talk like he makes his tweets, he makes his posts, but he doesn't do it as extreme as Jaden did, right? And,
Well, I mean, he went live. Like he went
Right.
live, just let it sit in his lap, and
and it's
like,
and again, I'm with you 100%, man. I'm like, there's a time and a place for that, and when you're in a position that he's in or a position that we're in, there's just certain things that you just can't say and do. Me, for an example. Now, I'm not going to agree with everything that happens in DC, right? But I can't, in the position I'm in now, I can't get on Twitter. I can't get on Facebook. I can't get on IG Live and just start going in, right? Because that's going to cost me to lose my job.
I also don't like people taking. I also don't like people trying to hurt people either.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like he was going after a specific demographic of people, and like I don't like that, and I understand that he was doing it based on his Christian beliefs, and whatnot. But I also feel like sometimes people try to justify hurtful things because of their beliefs. Like that's not okay. That would be like me saying something about him and he's a different race than me.
Right.
But I'm like, oh, but my beliefs are that he would be mad at me and the rest of the world would be mad at me. And so I don't understand why you think that that's okay.
Right.
Like to go after people and you don't even know them. And like you disagree with their way of life, but you're going after them. And that's fine to
and that's the thing. If you don't agree with what they're doing, that's your lane. You have the right to think and all that. But like you said, to attack though, and to say hurtful things, that's not the Christian way. That's not the Christian way. You love everybody, right? Mm-hmm. You hate the sin, but you love everybody. And to say hurtful things, you can't do that. But just looking at that team, man, it's incredible how bad and how they don't know how to tank. Right now, ninth worst record in the league. Okay, we got a game back of Milwaukee right now. Pacers are 18-58. Wizards are 17-59. So I think it's Wizards, Pacers, Brooklyn are going to have the top three chances to get the most ping pong balls at the end of the year. Here, I got a bad feeling about this lottery. I do. If we can't get top five,
I just got a bad feeling in general. If Acme's going to be making the picks again,
if we can't get top five,
bro, I just have a feeling we're going to be, even if we're in the top five, they're gonna.
You feel like they're going to screw it up? Yeah,
they're going to screw it up because they can't get out of their own way. Like, I mean, look at their picks. Like, look at our draft picks, man. Like, I don't, bro. Like, I can't. I don't know. Like, I feel like it's been enough. Like, how if you're the Reinsdorfs, are you okay with just being, again, like in that little freaking boat in the middle of the ocean with no direction, no plan? You know, oh, we are going to get very young. We're going to blah, 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 blah. You still suck.
Facts.
You still suck. And nobody cares. Apathy has fully set in for Bulls fans. We don't even have, like, you got some players that people are like, oh, man, I think they can be really good. But at the same time, you don't have, I mean, hell, when you think about, you know, when we had D Rose and Noah and Dang and Kirk and you had Boozer, you had all these guys that you could be a fan of or fan of several. And like right now, it's slim pickings, man. What are we doing? And you're gonna let these two guys,
Continue.
Arturas Karnisovas and Mark Eversley, you're gonna let them rebuild again? Like you're going to let them do this all over? They haven't gotten it right yet. And you are going to let them do this all over again? Like we're going to ride through this shit again?
It's the definition of insanity.
1,000%. And if you're Billy Donovan, he got extended, Charles. They just extended him last year.
I look at Billy right now, man, and again I say if a college team calls right now, I'm out. Especially if these two numbnuts are still running the show.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing? I can't. Now I'm tarnishing my what I've built my career off of. I'm tarnishing my career because y'all don't know what the hell you want to do. I'll say this. There are a couple guys that are gonna be later in that draft that I'm like, that Yaxel Lindenborg kid from Michigan, big fan of his. And you already know I hate everything Michigan, but this dude, he could do it all. He rebounds, he passes. I think he
Charles, I can already tell you. Are we going to draft anybody from the continental U.S.? I'm asking. Are we going to take anybody that played for a collegiate team in the United States of America?
I would hope so, but
we're not. We don't. We. It's going to be some dude from the Aborigine Island who has played basketball for 3.5 months, but is 6'7" and's got a great wingspan and, can outrun wild animals. And by damn, Charles, he is going to be the next Jokic.
He's the next Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, I mean, right? Like, we have done it. I mean, even we did take a kid from Colorado. We did take a kid from Florida State. They were ass. And to make it worse, you gave one of them another effing contract.
And he's stuck.
Can we not get a super? We don't draft anybody that was a star on a college team in the continental U.S. We either take somebody who averaged 16 points in college and was a decent player, or we take a dude that was a sixth man who, by God, his upside, he's going to be the next Giannis Antetokounmpo. Or we're going to take some dude from overseas who's going to be the next hidden gem. Like, why can't we just take good-ass players that are balling out in college, that are really good players, that are the top 10, 15 players in all of America? Why are we not taking those guys? We don't, because let me tell you why. Because Acme think they're the smartest people in the freaking building. They're always reaching. Give me Darius Acuff. Today.
Listen, I've been saying that. I mean, we've talked about that for months now. Acuff has shown he is, I think, top 3, top 4 players in the country right now.
I love him. I
love his mentality.
I hate Arkansas. I hate Arkansas, but I love him.
But
I love Acuff.
Again, you look at the top of the board, right? Darren Peterson from Kansas. AJ DeBansa at BYU. Cam Boozer. Caleb Wilson from North Carolina. And then they've got Kingston Flemings from Houston.
I like him. I like him a lot.
But I do. I don't like him more than Acuff, though.
I like him more than Acuff, but I do like Kingston. I like Kingston. I am a little worried about Peterson. He makes me nervous.
Super talented. Wagler from Illinois, the guard from Illinois.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. You're going to see him. You're going to see him tomorrow.
Yeah. And then
Really good.
Michael Brown from Louisville, and then they got us
Like
taking
him. Would have been in the Player of the Year conversation probably if he didn't get hurt.
Nate.
Like him a lot.
Is it Nate Ament from Tennessee? That's who they have the Bulls picking at number 9. 17 points, 6 boards, 2.5 assists, 3 assists.
And didn't we go to that Tennessee well not that long ago? Pretty sure we did.
Here's one for you. He injured his right leg against Alabama on February 28th and hasn't played since. So
he's a bull.
So that's
he's a bull.
He's a bull.
He's a bull. Because you know what? When he gets that bionic leg, you know, like, bro, we I'm telling you, like, can never go with what makes sense. It's always got to be, oh, I'm so smart. I'm smarter than you, you know? It's frustrating as hell, man. I would say this. I have never been as apathetic about the Bulls as I am right now.
Yeah. I mean,
like, these last several years, it's so frustrating. Like, you have no hope. Like, you don't have, like, I'm tired of being in that just in the play-in, just outside the play-in. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, there's no direction. There's no plan. Again, I don't believe that Acme can at all seal the deal with a big-time free agent. I don't think they can draft for damn.
But that's the thing too. Like,
I like Modest. I do. I'll give him credit. I like Modest. I don't know what he's going to end up being if the Bulls don't damn kill him or freaking ruin his career. I like Modest a lot. I do.
But who free agent wise, who's going to want to come to this team?
And the free agent, as we talked about, the free agent pool this offseason ain't great.
Gosh. So it's
like,
not
great.
Who's going to want to come to this team? You know what I mean?
I wouldn't want to play for Acme. I wouldn't want to sign with the Bulls. Like,
and that's the issue that they're going to run into, man. And
especially if you lose Billy Donovan, like, you know, you're going to lose Billy, and I wouldn't blame him. You know, I'm going to be honest. I have a hard time blaming Billy for anything. Like, I do. I really do. I like Billy. I think Billy's a great coach. But what can you do with this roster?
How do you expect them to win? Even coming into the season before they blew the team up, how did you expect them to win?
You kind of thinking like think about why the Bears made such a drastic turn. You went and got a great head coach with your GM, and you're in lockstep, and your team president, Kevin Warren. Everybody's in lockstep together, and it's like, let's build this roster the right way. Let's make all these decisions right. Coach, what do you need? What do you want? I'm having a hard time believing that Billy's having that much input in the draft.
I don't think he is.
I can't imagine that he does. I can't imagine that he looks and he's like, Noah Singay. That's who I want.
Right.
That's who I want. What? Like, when I almost ripped my face off. Like, that was June of last year, and I was still so damn sick. Trying to fight freaking cancer like I still am, but I was in a much worse place then. And even then, I was like, I just want to rip my face off. Who in the hell is Noah Singay?
A guy who still hasn't played. He still hasn't played.
That's somebody you take at the end of the second round. You don't take that dude in the first freaking round.
It's
like, what are you doing, dude? Charles, will you bring up his stats? Will you bring up Noah Singay's stats?
I got you. Give me a second here.
Do me a favor and just bring that up and show it for the listening and viewing audience for us. Because it's horseshit.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Noah Singay played in 2 games, 3 minutes. Okay. 0 for 3 from the field, 0 for 2 from the 3-point line.
Oh.
He did have a steal.
Got in the books.
And he had 1 personal foul. He has yet to score a point in the NBA.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
You know what's crazy, man? I look at, like, Oklahoma City. Now, I know it's not fair to look at what they're doing, but I look at Oklahoma
City. But it is, Charles. but it is.
I look at what
They
how
do
they
it. They're a
built,
small market team.
but I look at how they build their team right through the draft. Look at all the guys that they have on that team.
Look who they traded. How did they do it? They did like what the Bears did.
Yeah,
The Bears traded the number 1 overall pick. Well, OKC said, "Hey, here's Paul George,
and we'll take Shea. Give us Shea.
That's it." Like it's man, you cannot OKC. You can't hate them.
No,
They're a small market team who built it the right damn way.
and
They've got one of the best front offices in all of the NBA, and you've got a dude sitting in the streets right now who built one of the best dynasties ever in Golden State, and he's sitting at the crib chilling, twiddling his thumbs, maybe doing a little TV.
pops in on ESPN every once in a while.
What are we doing? We are not serious about winning.
No.
We're not serious about winning.
Mm-mm.
You know, the same ownership owns the White Sox. At least the White Sox appear to have, like with Chris Getz, they at
Some
least
direction.
appear to have a direction. They're at least starting to build some depth in their farm system. And it's hard for me to say because I love my Cubs and I hate the White Sox.
We'll talk about that in a second.
But they at least appear to be going in a direction. You know, the Bulls, what is our direction, Charles? What is it? What is our direction right now? Like it's so crazy. It's crazy, man. I'm sitting here begging for the regular season to be over.
This has felt like the longest.
Begging.
Like,
oh my God, yes.
It just the end of this season just feels like it's been the longest.
It's so bad, Charles.
After the break or after the All-Star game, it just was like, good God, it's still going. They're 29-48 right now, man. With I think it's 6 games left. I think I said 6 games. If they win one of these games, they got Phoenix back-to-back at Washington, Orlando, and Dallas to finish the season. They're literally going to win 2 out of these games. They're going to beat Washington twice.
Bench everybody.
Everybody. I'm talking about call the G League guys up. Well, no, don't call the G League guys up because they've been hooping. Did you see, man? Hey,
yeah,
Matt McClung is out there looking like this dude is showing the hell out, boy. He's getting that G League money right now.
But again, I mean, you call him up to the Bulls and you don't see any of that. Like you don't play him, you don't, and maybe we don't want him to. Maybe you don't want him to go off. Maybe you don't want to have a big game. You don't because you don't want to win. You know, I mean,
but then you're
I don't know, Charles. I'm just so
you go
sick.
and beat Houston by
tired.
8 points. You beat Memphis by 25. A couple
Well,
weeks
Memphis
ago.
is horrible.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's so bad. LeBron's telling them they need to move to Nashville as well. You know.
No, let me tell you something. That whole situation is so funny to me.
And I seen today. Did you see today? I seen somebody posted today that Ja's house is for sale.
He ain't going nowhere.
His house for sale.
He ain't going.
Maybe they already know they're moving to Nashville.
They're not going anywhere. Memphis is not
Bro,
going. They can't get rid.
I'm telling you right now. I've been saying it. I haven't said it on here, but I've been saying it to people around me. Memphis. The Grizzlies are going to Nashville. They're going to Nashville.
Okay.
They're going to be playing at Bridgestone Arena. I'm telling you, they're going to Nashville.
So here's my take. Okay, I think it'd be a terrible mistake for the NBA to let that happen because that's a city that needs that team. Okay,
I don't disagree. I don't want to see it, but I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen,
and I'm sure it's going to happen. But
I hate it. I hate it. I love being able to go over and see the Grizzlies play from here. But I'm telling you, Nashville is going to end up. They've already got an NHL team. They got an NFL team. Yep. It's just a matter of time till they get a Major League Baseball team, and they're going to have an NBA team. And just be honest, Charles. Like I love the city of Memphis. So please, Memphis folks, don't. I go to Memphis all the time. Love Memphis. But if you're let's call it like we see it.
Yeah.
If you're in downtown Memphis or you're in downtown Nashville.
Yeah.
Which one?
And see, and that's
Which one? Which one?
well, you know me. I love. First of all, I
I
love.
love Memphis. I
I'm
do.
I'm a fan of
I love it.
Memphis, but ain't nothing like downtown Nashville. Okay, ain't nothing like
Broadway, baby.
Broadway's different. But when you think about
And star power. I mean,
Yeah.
you got. I'm not a country music guy. Everybody
Yeah.
knows that. I'm not.
yeah,
But you got everybody and their brother opening bars there. I mean, it's just hopping. I mean, it's
but you
just
and I think
just
part
is.
of it is with Memphis, it does get a bad rap because of the dumb stuff that happens. Or you know what I'm saying? Like I don't
I
want
know,
to say,
bro.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
you
Like
don't,
it
you don't
just
have to pull no punches, man. Like
it's just
a
dumb.
lot
Like
of that,
I listen.
a lot of that shit is brought on by stupidity.
So
You know, I
I
mean, just seeing that stuff last weekend.
yeah.
You know, two people got shot. I mean, it's bad. Like a long time ago, I went down on Beale with a buddy, and they put us through metal detectors just to get on Beale Street.
We we went
I've
out.
been going to Memphis for years. I've never personally had a problem in Memphis. I mean, you go looking for trouble, you'll find it. Any city, not just Memphis, Tennessee. But seeing that type of stuff with the National Guard being downtown and that you uh, you're not seeing that in Nashville. I'm just gonna be honest. You're not seeing that in Nashville. It's not happening. And
So
so,
I've
what do you
got a
do?
I've got a different take on Memphis, right? So we went the last time I really went to hang out in Memphis. I think it was like maybe 2 years ago
Mm.
for wifey's birthday. We go out, we went had dinner out there and everything. As we're leaving, again, all it takes is just one idiot, right? One person to do something stupid. We're leaving. We're getting ready to get back, go across the bridge. Here comes this car flying down the street, running stop signs, starts doing donuts in the middle of the street. Just doing donuts. And then as we're, again, getting ready to go across the bridge, here he comes running right up behind us, speeding, doing 75, 80, right behind us. And then, you know, I was out there the day, there's two incidents that will live with me forever. The day that dude was driving around on Facebook Live, shooting on the people. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Oh, hell yes, I remember it.
I was in Memphis and I had just left work. Dude drove past the TV station. So people are calling me, making sure I'm good as I'm coming back this way. Right? And then when the rapper got shot at the cookie store.
Yeah.
Young Dolph. When Young Dolph got shot.
Young Dolph, and Young Dolph was, you know,
that's his
he was
city.
actually out. He was actually out serving the community when he
That
got
was
killed.
his city. He was going to get cookies for his mom, bro.
I mean, I know you've seen the latest stuff with Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
You know,
Talk about that. This is how big that was. You ready?
I mean, it's wild, bro.
Where we live, where me and you live,
Pooh Shiesty.
we
Yeah.
talked about that on the news this morning.
Which is wild because where we live, where you and I live, that's,
Who's
you know, we live in a very rural community,
In a
but you
very
and I
older-
obviously,
very
I'm in the music
older.
world, and
exactly?
I've recorded in Memphis. I've done, you know, I've used producers, I've used engineers that cross over with Gucci Mane and other Memphis rappers. I've been in music for 20 something years. So like for me, you know, I've recorded in Memphis weekends, late at night, in places that most people are terrified of. I'm just not. I'm the type of person to get along with anybody. Now that's not to say that I wouldn't run into problems, because you can run into problems anywhere. But I just try to be respectful and know know where I'm at, and whatever. I love everybody, and you know that. I feel like it's pretty sad when you're in your city, like say like Gucci Mane, say like Young Dolph, and it's your community that is robbing you at gunpoint, your community that is killing you, murdering you. I defend Memphis all the time, and I typically am defending Memphis, that community, that area, with people who don't spend a lot of time there, so they see these instances on the news,
and that's
and
what
they
it's all
think,
about.
and they think all of Memphis is like that all the time. and it's just not. I spend a lot of time there. I have spent a lot of time there. It is one of my favorite cities in the world. Um, I but I have seen stupid shit when I've been there too, and I have definitely woke up and paid attention to my surroundings and things like that. I love the city. But I do believe that a certain percentage of that city has given it a bad rap, which, to get this back on the sports side of things, where we were going with this, Charles, is unfortunately going to play a huge role in Memphis Grizzlies leaving the Bluff City. And I hate it. I hate it.
And I agree. I agree with you, man. I think it would be a big mistake. And
it's going to be a huge blow to the city.
And I was about to say, it fight like that for that city. It would. I hate to say it. Like
I'm terrified.
It's going to destroy that city.
I'm terrified at how do you fill that hole? How do you what else is there besides going to concerts at FedEx, or going to the Orpheum, or you know what I mean? Like, I've done all of these things.
The Redbirds,
I've been everywhere.
Redbirds games are fun to go to, but you can't. That's only a certain time of the year.
And the stadium, I mean, they're supposed to be getting a massive renovation and all of that, but it looks rough. Like it's well past due. So I do, and I know that I know Peyton Manning has ties to the Grizzlies now. Okay. Him and his wife, they're in minority ownership of the Grizzlies, and I am hearing that a lot of that is saying
Nashville.
Let's go to Nashville. And Nashville has a segment of the city that's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there. I've been all over the country. And Nashville has listen, every damn pig has warts.
I was getting ready to say, it doesn't matter where you go. You're gonna
Bro, you're from Vegas.
Listen, I could take you to the hood in Vegas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could take you to rough spots in Vegas.
But you're on the strip and everybody's like, oh, this is Vegas. No,
that's
not. No, it's not.
and if you really look at the map in Vegas, the strip is called Paradise. That's Paradise.
Correct.
It's not
Paradise,
Las Vegas.
Nevada.
Yes, sir. Because Las Vegas is the outskirts. That's Paradise, bro. But I digress. I think it'd just be a huge mistake, man. And again, I was telling the guys at work today, man, NBA players are spoiled because
100%.
You when they travel, they're on.
You play 5 minutes or 50 minutes, you're gonna pay the same.
Private jet. Look, you got private jets. You've got the leg room that you get on those planes compared to what we get on a normal plane. Crazy. When they go to these hotels in different cities, they want to be laid up in luxury and 5-star
every time. Mm-hmm.
Memphis doesn't have that. Memphis does not have that 5-star resort.
Closest thing you got is Peabody.
And again, it's not. So
it's not.
When you got guys like Bron.
And trust me, like, for what I do with Arkansas State on the football side of things, Wilson Air is where we fly in and out of. There's been many a times that we're there and the Grizzlies are taking off or landing or whatever. We use the same terminal as the Grizzlies do, and so like when I arrive, I park, I go do my thing, get ready to catch our charter flight, do all that stuff. Well, you're going to see the Benzes and the Lexuses, and you're going to see, they're there, or their plane is out there next to our plane. And so it's not the same. Like Memphis is a small market. It is a small town. It's big city to rural Arkansas. For a lot of people here, they think, oh, Memphis is the big town. No, bro, it's not. I mean, again, you and I've done Vegas. I'm in Chicago all the time. I've been to NYC. I've been to LA. I've been to Boston. I've been to every major city in America. And you come to Memphis, which is why I kind of love Memphis, because like all the time that I spend in Indianapolis, I tell people all the time, downtown Indianapolis feels like downtown Memphis to me. It's a small community. It's not, downtown is not huge in Indianapolis. People might think it is, but it's not. It is just like being in Memphis. You take off, you drive 3 miles away, you're at Walmart. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're in
Yeah.
a residential area and you're going to Walmart. And so those two are so comparable to me. And I love both cities. I've spent time in both cities, but it's not when I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
When I'm in Chicago, it's like, look at the skyline, look at the lights.
Man.
Baby, I'm in the greatest city in the world.
Yeah.
And it's not the same.
It's not. It's not.
And so for NBA players, like you said, they're spoiled, bro. They fly into Wilson Air in Memphis, Tennessee.
And they're like,
and really, this is where I'm at?
And this is where I gotta lay down? This is where I gotta go to sleep? You know what I'm saying? So
they clown the hotels all the time. I watched the pod the other day and they were clowning. They were clowning. And Matt Barnes, matter of fact, Matt Barnes was sticking up for his time in Memphis.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how great the people were and how great the food was. But he was like, I get it.
Accommodation.
You don't have 5-star resorts and, you're not staying out of Southwind. You know what I mean? Like,
so I was telling the guys, man, I was like, so the only time I really traveled with A-State is when they went to Troy. And this was years ago. And we stayed at a golf course. And I was like, this is crazy. I was like, this is a college football team, small market college football team staying at this swanky, plush hotel outside of Troy, Alabama. I was like, this is
And I'll tell you, it's not always like that.
Right. But
I can tell you some stories.
I told the guys, man, I'm like, you go to, like, when these guys fly into Memphis, man, it's like you've got a Hyatt. You know what I'm saying? And not to poo-poo on the Hyatt, but it's like if you're used to staying at, the Wynn Hotel in Las Vegas, or you're used to staying at, like, Big Hotel L.A., and you come out here and you staying at these,
Yeah, no, it's no doubt. I mean, it's kind of like, just to take it back to the A-State thing, like with Coach Jones. Coach Jones is very big on making sure, like, he is not one for saying, hey, we're at Arkansas State so we can be less than. He's nah, we're going to do better.
Right.
And that's one of the things that I love so much about CBJ is, like, he's like, nah, like, we're going to stay in nice places. Like, our players deserve this. Our staff deserves this. But again, when you're going to these smaller cities, if we're playing a P5 team, if we're playing Ohio State, or, we're playing Georgia or Bama, or, whatever, again, you're in rural South.
Yeah.
In some of these places, that you're like, this is where we got to be, and you're thinking about blue blood SEC country too, and so if you're not playing in a major city, so when you see a small market team like the Memphis Grizzlies and you wonder why you don't have an NFL team, that you wonder why you had that little hop in the sack with the Oilers before they became the Tennessee Titans. Well, why do you think that is? They chose chose Nashville over Memphis. The Grizzlies ownership is going to choose Nashville over Memphis. When you've got players like LeBron James, and
I was just about
how I feel about him.
I was just about to say this.
But when he's saying you need to get your ass out of Memphis and go to Nashville, there's a reason why they're saying that.
I also think that's.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I think that's
I'm not co-signing.
It's bad on his part, right?
First of all,
there's two
I don't
reasons
give
why.
two shits what he thinks.
But there's a lot of people who do, right?
I know.
There's two things that I take away, because I went back and watched that YouTube video, right? And he's on the golf course with these cats, and they're just shooting shit. They ask him, "How do you feel about like the travel?" Right? And he was like, and the way it started, he was talking about being somewhere else first and then coming into Memphis on a Thursday and staying at a Hyatt on a Thursday. He was like, at 41, do you think that's something that I want to do? Well, hold on, my guy. You are under contract with the Lakers. That is something that you have to do. You have to do that.
He's like, I'm too good for this shit. Let's be honest. I'm too good for Memphis. And that's what he's saying.
And then the other comment he made was, do you think I would want to go play there? They would have to draft me back in 2003 for me to go play there. Bron. And I've never shit on LeBron, nothing. But that comment pissed me off because I'm like,
Yeah.
you're taking a shot at a city that you knew didn't have a chance to draft you. You were already going, like, the plan was for you to go to Cleveland.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
I've been to Akron, Ohio.
Come on now. Come on.
Like you're gonna shit
Come
on
on.
one of my favorite cities.
Come on.
A place that's kind of like my second home
Talk to
because
him.
it's 1 hour from where I live. Your ass is from Akron.
Talk to him.
I've been to Akron. That's shit.
Yeah.
And you're gonna talk shit about Memphis?
Yeah.
One of the most historical cities on the planet for being a guy who is an African American.
Sir.
Gonna shit on the history of Memphis, Tennessee, and African Americans. That blows my mind. Like, bro, like, educate yourself before you say stupid shit like that. Because Akron, Ohio, you're gonna compare Akron. You are from Akron, Ohio. If the Memphis Grizzlies were to draft you in 2003 and you took your ass to Memphis, that's a step up, my man. Like that. See, that shit pisses me off because you're from Akron. Hell, if you want to claim you're from Cleveland, that's fine. I've been there too.
Yeah.
Cleveland is no better than Memphis, Tennessee. I've been there. It's no better either. I spent an entire damn week there.
For somebody who is
stop, that's crazy as hell.
He's supposed to be the.
Why would you do that? Like,
exactly.
Why would you do that at this juncture in your career? You're going to shit on a city like Memphis, Memphis has enough issues.
You're out the door. You're out the door. It doesn't make
sense. He just says shit to try and stay relevant, Charles.
And that's what's so frustrating about all of this, man. Like, even
makes me angry,
and you know, listen, man.
I'm sorry.
I respect Stephen A. Smith for what he built, right? But this started with him. Stephen A. Smith said something. Draymond said something. Then Bron said something. But if you go back and watch today, Stephen A. and Perk go in on what Bron had to say. It's irresponsible for you to say stuff like that in the company that you're with. Okay, the company that you're with is not.
It offends me, and I'm a white male.
You are in a group of white guys playing golf on a course that many black people aren't going to be allowed to play on, and you're poo-pooing on a city that is predominantly black. It's not, dude. That is so irresponsible, and for you to be one of the voices of the NBA and to say something like that, man, it just blows my mind because, again, you want to be the GOAT. You want to be the GOAT. You call yourself King James. You're Kareem wouldn't have said something like that. Mike wouldn't have said nothing like that. Magic and Dr. J wouldn't have said nothing like that.
You know, a lot of people come to Memphis. You know, for a lot of people, I mean, you got a lot of historical things there.
Oh,
you know, I'm a big music guy, and you know, my heart is in Memphis from the music point of view. Obviously, I think Memphis has some of the best food in the world. Man. I've been all over the place. It's my favorite place to go for food. I'll be honest with you. I realize that when I go to the city of Memphis, again, I'm a white male, and there's no place in Memphis I won't go because I love everybody, and I'm going to associate with everybody. And I've never feared for my life or anything like that, because I firmly believe that everywhere, including this rural area we live in, if you go to the wrong place at the wrong time, you're going to have a freaking problem. You know what I mean? And so I love that city. I think you have some of the hardest working, most incredible people in the world are in Memphis, Tennessee. They're very passionate. They love the Grizzlies. They love their city. They're proud to be from the Bluff City. They're proud to be from this part of the world. And the fact that how would LeBron feel if you and I were shitting on Akron like that? Oh, we're too good to stay in Akron. You know, I've been to Toledo. I spent time in Toledo when we played up there. I went to Akron. I've been to other parts of Ohio. It ain't special. It ain't special. And so for you to be Akron, Ohio, and I'll take it one step further, to be a guy that's so proud to say I am from Ohio, but I came from the slums of Ohio. You know, it's kind of his thing. He He came from a tough upbringing in a tough area. And so, yeah, now that you're rich and a celebrity and you're getting privilege that other people that look like you sound like you don't get, and you're going to talk about an area that is predominantly looks like you, sounds like you, and is saying this is a shit ass place to be. That blows my mind, man. Like that's not okay. That's not okay. And I don't understand it. And I'm probably a little partial because I don't care for
Bron.
him.
Yeah.
Because of things like this, he's done far too much of this. He's always got an opinion on shit that don't have nothing to do with him. You just shit on the entire city of Memphis. And that bothers me.
For no reason.
That bothers me. Is Memphis perfect? No.
No.
You and I just talked about stuff that we've experienced in Memphis. It does not make me love the city any less. The shit that happened last weekend should not be happening. You should not have teenage kids running the streets and shooting up people and people videoing it and laughing about it and all that. But that's an immaturity thing. That's how you're raising kids thing. That can be anywhere. It's not just Memphis. It's happening all over the country. It's not just Memphis.
It's just we hear about it because we're right here.
We're right here. And then also, too, as well as I do, Charles, we're both in the media world. What do you think gets put out? It's always the bad shit. I have been over there hundreds of times, and I have had a blast, and I have loved it there. And yeah, you're going to have situations like that. It happens. It happens in many cities when you have millions of people present. They're not all good. Let me break the news. Not all people are good.
Not all.
But it doesn't make the rest of the great people bad.
Because there's some people
that frustrates me, man. It frustrates me that he said that and that he uses his platform to shit on a city like Memphis. Like I don't want to sound like I'm talking out both sides of my mouth when I'm talking about the Grizzlies potentially moving to Nashville and me saying downtown Memphis, downtown Nashville. I'm just saying from a comparison, if that is on the table and you're having situations like last weekend in Memphis, I am simply saying those type of situations do not help you if that is actually what is being considered.
Facts.
Memphis or Nashville, we don't have people getting shot up in downtown Nashville. Yeah, shit happens. Drunk shit happens. Other stuff happens. Stuff is going to happen, but you're not seeing those type of things happen in downtown Nashville all the time like we're seeing it in Memphis. So that doesn't help your cause at all. But that doesn't mean that the city of Memphis is bad.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean, oh my God, I will continue to go there as long as I can breathe, as long as I can be alive. I will continue to go to Memphis and enjoy the great people and enjoy the history. My God, man, I have spent so much time in Memphis and I have experienced so many things and educated myself on so many ways. And I've tried to do my damnedest to educate my daughters the same way.
Yeah.
To be open-minded to all people, all backgrounds, all ethnic backgrounds, gender. I don't care. Stop lumping people in a group and painting with the broad brush. I don't give a shit what it is. This goes to LeBron James. That goes to Jaden Ivey. That goes to anybody else. Stop doing that, man, because it's not right. And I think sometimes, and I'm going to say this, and it might piss some people off, but I think some people that look different than others think that they have the free will to say whatever they want because they're different. No. If I said some of the things that they're saying, I would be tabbed as a racist.
Yep.
I would.
Tax bracket. Tax Oh, JC's got this, and this. Anybody who knows me. I'm talking about
but you know what? But it's the same thing though.
Yeah,
Everybody would look at me and think I'm just this privileged white guy, and this is why I'm saying it. You know what I mean? But anybody who truly knows me knows I'm the complete opposite of that. I'm the everyday dude, regardless of what I have and what I've earned and what I've built in my lifetime. But you look at LeBron. Why is he not looking and acting the same way? Jaden Ivey is nowhere near the LeBron level. But again, he's an NBA player and he's a millionaire. And he's going out and he's painting a broad brush about a group of people.
I look at it like this, man.
It's crazy.
We gotta move on because we still gotta talk about the Cubbies. But I look at it like this: if you are the face of the NBA, and you are the guy that everybody's trying to get to now, right? Everybody wants to take Bron's spot. It's irresponsible for you to go on a platform like YouTube and this video's got at last check I think it was like 3 million views, and say some stuff about a city that you don't even play in. You go and visit maybe once a year, twice a year. It is irresponsible for you as to be a leader in the NBA to go out and say something like that. Now, look, I get that, sometimes the hotels, cool, they're terrible hotels. You could say that, but to say the city is terrible, they need to pick up. You don't have the right to say that, my guy. You don't.
But he thinks he does.
You play in L.A. and let's keep it a bean. You got one more year in L.A. and then you're going to be moving on, probably going back home to Cleveland or somewhere like that. For you to come out and say Memphis, they need to move their team and all that stuff, man, you don't know what's going on in that city. You don't know what that city, like how that city needs that team. I was watching my guy today, man. His name is Doc Holliday. He's one of the sports guys out in Memphis. He's walking around the city on his phone, and he's showing like, yes, this is the Hyatt that he's talking about. Yes, this is the other hotel that they're talking about. There's fans, like I guess the Raptors played there tonight. There's fans outside these hotels trying to get autographs from players, and they're saying, man, most of the time when we stand out here, NBA players come over, they chop it up with us, they sign everything. But the one player that they said they have never got a signature from?
LeBron. That's easy. That's easy. Fam, that doesn't surprise me at all.
And the one guy, he was saying, like, there's kids out here. Kids. And they're like, Mr. James, can I get – he just bypasses them. Everybody else will come over. Awesome.
But that's happened. There's plenty of videos of LeBron doing that in other cities too. Like I'm gonna tell you, bro. Like he definitely has that better than you attitude. He does.
Don't poo-poo on the city, and then you acting like that. I'm sorry. I don't condone that, man. That everything that he did in that video, and that little 5 minutes that he talked about it, unacceptable, man. And it just. I never talked bad about Bron. I've never said anything bad. Like I try not to say, but that right there, my guy, that just I've lost a lot of respect for him after that.
And last thing I'll say, because I know we've been going long here. Yeah. Last thing that I'm going to say on it is I have made a concerted effort over time to, drop my LeBron hate. I've always thought he's an incredible player. He's a generational player. Hall of Famer. He's all of those adjectives that you would use to describe some of the best ever play. Obviously I'm a Bulls guy. I'm a Mike guy. Always will be. That's never going to change. And I've always said that by all accounts, he appears to be a great father. I don't know what he is as a husband. I'm not going to speak on that. That's not my business. But he does appear to be a good father. He does appear to try to do good in the community. He does appear to try to help people. I don't know him. I've never met him in person, so I can't speak on him to that level. What I can speak on is what he's done publicly and the way he has shit on people, the way he has flopped, the way he has, carried himself on the court. I don't care for his antics. He whines, he cries. He always just those type of things you don't expect to see from a superstar. Did Mike scream for calls at times? Yes, no doubt. But Kobe did too, and some of the other greats. Every great has done that, but not to his level, man. Not load management. None of those guys did that stuff. Those are the type of things that I have a problem with Bron about. This with Memphis and the way I feel about Memphis, this one really bothers me. Like, how much time has he really spent in the city of Memphis? Like, really? Like, how much have you done anything in the city of Memphis outside of being bussed or limoed or whatever you've had from the airport to the hotel back out of town. How much time have you truly spent in Memphis? You damn sure ain't spent no time with the people of Memphis, because if you had, you'd probably change your tune a little bit. Because as much time as I've spent in Memphis, I love it. I mean, I
I
do.
love the
I
people there,
love it,
man. There's
and I'm
people.
going to continue to be it. And that's what I'm saying. Great, great people. Of course, you're going to run into people you don't agree with, don't get along with in any city. But I've always enjoyed my time in Memphis, man, and I'm going to continue to go there, and I'm going to continue to enjoy it. But last thing, he does not have the right to speak on something he truly doesn't know about, and I truly believe he does not know about the city of Memphis. That's it.
And I'm gonna give the floor to you on this one. All right, the Cubbies starting the season 3-4. They lost
Yeah,
to Cleveland today. I think it was 4-1, 4-2, something like that.
yeah, yeah.
Basically, what's going on, man?
As you know, opening day didn't go as I hoped it would go.
Hold on, let me tell the people. So opening day happens. Did you fly out the night before? Did you fly out the night before or the day of?
Oh, there's no flying.
You
This is
drove?
drive road
Oh my god.
road with my partner in crime.
Okay.
He was like, "Yo, Jason, go with me. I got you. I'll take care of you." Blah blah blah. So we ride in Wednesday night, get in late as hell, barely sleep. Go to Wrigleyville. It's 70 degrees. We go eat. I'm like, man, because we had looked at the weather and we were like, yeah, it's probably gonna get a little chilly, whatever. So we're sitting down to eat, and I'm thinking, my health is obviously really important at this juncture. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn, that's a brisk ass wind starting to come in. Or was we sitting out on a patio? Like, man, this is awfully brisk. And I said, damn.
Brisk. It's real brisk.
So so he goes, Cade, he's like, hey man, I'm gonna run to Murphy's, whatever. I said, cool, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna find our seats, I'm gonna sit down. Cause man, I'm not
Mhm.
100%,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm trying to make as many memories as I can, but also be smart about my health and my situation. I still want to experience things, and I'm doing well, but I also don't want to make myself not do well. I don't need any help, and so I get in there and I said, damn, this wind about to blow me over. It's cold as hell. I'm like, I can't. This is irresponsible. Like, I'm like, this is irresponsible. So I immediately go to the Cub store and I'm like, give me that jacket, give me that toboggan, give me them gloves. And so, man. And so, we're there and oh my gosh, Matthew Boyd comes out, struck out 7. We rolling and then we lose to Nashville. And then we make the long ass drive straight back home. Like it was drive up, barely sleep, go to the game, drive back, get back in late as hell. I get up bright and early. I go do real estate very next morning, early,
And
early.
then we got basketball later that night.
And then we had basketball that night. And, my days, I hit the mute so I don't keep coughing in people. But my days have been extremely long. But yeah, man, this ain't about me. It's just about the Cubs, and it's not a great start to the season. Obviously it's extremely early. I'm not panicking by no means. We just don't look very good right now, especially offensively. I'm not happy with what I'm seeing offensively. I'm not seeing great ads and things like that. Um, it's better than coming out like a bat out of hell and then
Take it at
you
home.
know, than playing like shit in the middle of the season
Right.
and letting the Brewers win 15 in a row and, the rest of that. But obviously, Cade Horton got hurt today. That didn't help. Um, you know, Tentatively, he's already going on the IL. They think it's just precautionary. They don't think it's anything serious. I don't know how you can already be saying that, but not ideal. Not
Right.
ideal. With one of your best pitchers, Justin Steele, already isn't available. Probably not going to be available still for a couple months or whatever. Who knows? We may see Jackson Wiggins get the call up, and see what he's got at the major league level. But it's I don't want to say too much. I would say this. I was extremely happy that PCA got extended. Ironically, while I was talking to Cade and being in Chicago, we had a conversation literally the day before, and I said, "Look, man, one thing that I really, really want to see, I want to see, I want to see us extend Nico. I said, I want to extend Nico. I love the way he plays the game. He is one of the best defensive second basemen in all of baseball. He hustles. The crowd, the fans love him. He loves Chicago. Hopefully we can extend him. I literally said that the day before.
And he got the
next day, we go to opening day, get beat, and in the Uber, getting ready to head back, hop in the ride, come back, and all of a sudden it's Nico Hoerner's getting extended. And I was like, thank you, Jesus. Pretty smart on their part. We just lost on opening day, and they're like, hey, here's some positive news.
We can put a smile on
Nico. But the one thing that I'll say, Charles, is you got the core together. You know, you've got Dansby, you've got Nico, you've got PCA, you've got Michael Bush. Like, you look at this core, and the core of the team is going to be together for a while.
Yeah.
And you're going to be able to add some of the young guys. You know, Jackson Wiggins, you know, everybody believes that he's going to be a front of the rotation type guy. We'll see how that goes. Who knows with Ian Happ yet? He kind of hit a little homer streak, which is nice, but you know, depending on kind of what he's going to want to be, if he's going to want to finish his career as a Cub, or, you know, I need him to be more consistent at the plate. He's a Gold Glove left fielder, no doubt, but he's got to be better at the plate consistently. But I'm not in panic mode, Charles. I don't like starting 3 and 4. Obviously,
it's early, man. It's so many.
But it's early and it's cold and the weather hasn't been good. And obviously, they were in Cleveland today. Played the first 2 series in Chicago.
They're like on a road, like a real road.
It's gonna be a long one. But obviously, you're playing up north. I mean, you're playing in Cleveland. You know, the weather's still going to be a factor. But what I will say is, you know, there's nothing to panic about. I just don't like the makeup here early on. You know, TBD. I'm happy baseball's back. We got baseball damn near every day.
Yeah.
I love that. I watch or listen to every Cubs game one way or another, no matter how busy I am.
I told you I gotta kind of pass this one off to you, because by the time some of these games are going on, your boy is asleep. So listen, I get off work at noon.
I'll have to keep you updated, bro.
Yeah, keep you updated. I get off at work at noon. I come home. I got to take my little power nap, and then I'm in bed at 7 o'clock and getting ready to go at 2 o'clock in the morning. So I might catch the highlights on Sports Center.
Good news is, bro, if you hop on MLB at Bat, you can go and you can watch the condensed game.
Okay.
They'll shorten it, and you can watch. You can either watch the full replay or you can watch the condensed game.
Okay.
And it cuts it down really short, and so you can just see the stuff that's kind of matters, like scoring type plays, strikeouts, people getting out of jams, et cetera, et cetera. You can at least kind of get a condensed part of the game. Man. If you don't want to watch all full 2 hours and 15, 2 hour and 45 minute type.
So I had to persuade wifey. I think it was. Let me see, what game was that? Had to be the second game against Washington.
Mm-hmm.
We watched that one.
That was a dub.
Yeah, and she's not a big. She's a Redbird fan. I just I'm married different, bro. I know, fam. We're not going. Because you got to remember where she's from. She's from here.
I love Mish, bro.
I know, bro.
I love her to death, bro.
I know.
But
yeah,
why?
No.
Why pick everything we hate?
So wait. Watching the game, they got the cameras going and they're singing "Go Cubs Go." So I'm singing with them, having a good old time in the house. Baby girl is walking around doing her little dance. Wifey gets on Facebook, calls me out. She said, "If I hear this song one more time,"
I've seen it. I almost unfriended her. But then I was like, you know what? I'm staying on here with her because I got to get my guys back.
Listen, man, it was.
Bro, what are we doing?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Did you get a prenup? Did you get a prenup? I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to legally.
So here's the crazy.
Has she ever been to Wrigley?
No.
Oh, that's the problem.
That's
the problem.
I'm trying to persuade her, right? So I'm trying to get her to kind of change her mind. She tells me all the time, the Bears,
because the Cardinals going to be really bad.
She's like, the Bears have a special place in my heart. And I was like, see, you want to be a Bears fan. You want,
But I feel like it's like Bears have a special place in my heart. Dot dot dot.
yeah,
But
but
like I feel like it's there. Like she's just thinking like,
the
watch this shit.
only reason she's a Packers fan is
Ugh, God, Charles.
because of Aaron. She loved Aaron Rodgers,
He's not there no more,
but it's
and he's a terrible human.
terrible human being,
Terrible human. His own family don't like him.
terrible. But I know, and then she's not a big baseball person, but that's if she had
Yeah.
to choose a team, that would because that's
Well,
what
I
she-
mean,
close.
you're gonna get the last laugh. I don't give a shit that we
Oh,
are 3
yo,
and 4.
yeah, come on, man.
You're gonna get the last laugh because we will end up being really good, and we being the Cubs. I don't. I will never take an AB for the Cubs. I'll never throw a pitch for the Cubs, but I'm gonna say we because I have lived and died with that team
We got
since I was a little ass kid, and I've got equity in it. And I've been with that Cubs team my whole damn life, and that's longer than every player on that team. So I
Been
will say
alive.
we. I will say we. I'm 49 years old, and will be 50 here shortly. And I have been a Cubs fan my whole life, so
What we
I
do-
will say we.
What we doing for the 50th, bro?
So I'm glad you asked.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna laugh your ass off when you say this, but it'll make a ton of sense for you. Okay.
Okay.
So my kids were asking me, Dad, obviously I don't want to be a downer. Everybody knows what I'm fighting,
Yeah.
what I'm going through, and they're like, 50 is big, Dad, and,
You.
and you're doing pretty well, fighting cancer,
Yeah.
and they were like, what do you want to do, and I'm thinking, what is the most JC thing to do for a 50th birthday?
God, I'm scared.
You're gonna laugh, but then you're gonna be like, that makes sense.
Okay.
Christmas.
Dog. Okay. So listen to me.
Christmas tree, Christmas decorations, movies, music,
We got
all of that.
We got all of our Christmas stuff still up. The only thing we don't have up right now is the tree.
I love it. I love it.
Everything
But
else
I'm telling you,
in-house.
so for real, so if you think about it, so my birthday is June 28th. So my birthday is almost exactly 6 months apart from Christmas. And you know how they always do Christmas in July and this and that. But I've always, so like anybody who knows me knows I'm Christmas 365, 24/7. I love me some Christmas. It's no thing for me to pull up in my ride in June. Everybody looks at JC, rock band, earrings, tattoos. And, I'm an R&B hip hop guy. I'm a rock guy. I'm all of that. And when I come rolling up, boy, ten it out. Everybody roll the window down. Boop. Mele kalike maka. Bro. They're like, what are you doing? It's June. And I'm like, bruh, that's me.
Fam.
That's me. And so, yes, I have requested to have a Christmas birthday.
Yes. I'm all about it, bro. That is
How about that?
That is
That is
That is
dead
dope.
serious.
I
My
like
kids asked, and I said, that's what I want.
I
Like,
like it.
that's truly what I want. It's almost 6 months from Christmas because I'm telling you, I am a October, November, December individual. The moment that calendar hits October 1st, I am Halloween.
Wow.
I am Halloween.
Okay.
The moment it hits November 1st, we in Thanksgiving, baby. From the moment that Thanksgiving is over to January 1st,
Come on now.
I am Christmas. And January 1st, I am depressed as hell, except for football and sports. I become super depressed. The 26th, I start getting depressed because Christmas is over. I love Christmas and I love Thanksgiving and Halloween. For me, Christmas is number one for me.
Yeah.
By far and away. Halloween's number two for me because I love scary movies.
Okay.
I love scary movies. I love all that. I'm a big Michael Myers. I mean, I got him tattooed on my leg.
Yeah.
Which is weird to people because I once knocked a dude out because he was wearing a Michael Myers mask and he was toying with me, and I warned him, and my friends warned him. They said, "That's not the guy. Leave him alone." And he thought it'd be funny to keep messing with me. And I was in my younger, more mean days. And like he just kept, so I felt like he was
Yeah,
antagonizing me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so I felt like he was disrespecting me.
Put him to
And
sleep, man.
so I put him to sleep, one hitter quitter. And he was wearing a Michael Myers mask. And I kept telling him, man, I don't like it. Please stop. You don't know me. I don't know you. Chill out. And he had been partaking in the beverages, drinking a lot, whatever. Me too. I don't drink anymore. Part of the reason why I don't drink anymore is because of antics like that. And anyway, I slept him. And anyway, but I'm a big face your fears kind of guy. Like I don't like clowns.
Yeah,
I
okay.
got Pennywise tattooed on my leg. I've got a tattoo of Heath Ledger Joker right here on my chest, and it's got a brick wall behind it. And it says "Face Your Fears." And so, like, I'm a big face your fear kind of guy. And little did I know, I was preparing myself for what I'm battling right now, you know?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
I've always been the guy that kind of looks into the eyes of fear, whatever that is. And
Take it head
so
on.
everybody thinks it's kind of weird that I have Michael Myers tattooed on me, and I'm scared of it, or I'm scared of clowns, or things like that. But I'm a big, let's go, you know, kind of guy.
Let's head up
But
with
no,
it.
I'm a huge holiday guy. I love that is my favorite time of year is October, November, December. It makes my heart happy that you guys still have Christmas up,
Dude,
minus the tree. But no, I've already said it. Like I'm talking about
full
it's
Christmas.
gonna be full
I
fledged
love it.
tree decoration, stockings,
I love it.
like everything. I'm gonna have the vinyl. I'm gonna have the vinyl going with Bing Crosby
Come on
and
now.
all my stuff. I'm a huge Home Alone 2 guy. I'm a huge Christmas Vacation guy. I love Christmas, and so when they ask me what better thing for me that's me, Christmas.
We
So there you go.
there's a rule in our house, man. Dan's birthday is November 19th. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah. I
he's
got a
like,
November baby.
he's like, hey, listen, we I love Christmas too, but let's get through my birthday and Thanksgiving before we put any of our Christmas stuff up. So as soon as Thanksgiving is over,
Uh,
the day after Thanksgiving, that's when everything goes up.
November 1st for me, dog.
See, I would
It blows
love to.
people's mind. November 1st. Halloween's over. Because for me, I love Thanksgiving. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. I
yeah,
love Thanksgiving. But if I'm sitting at my table having Thanksgiving, I like to see my Christmas tree. I like to see because you're going right into it. And to me, it feels so fast from Thanksgiving to
it's
Christmas. And
so
you
fast,
go
bro.
through all that work to put all that stuff up just to take it down. So give me 2 full months of all that stuff because it is a lot of work. You know what I mean? And you don't
It's
feel like you get to enjoy it. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Like I don't mean to do, but I'm gonna be a little transparent with everybody.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna try to be real too.
yeah. You good?
So I'll be honest with you. So Christmas, my grandson, my daughter, my son-in-law, everybody was at my house. Um, Christmas night, everything was kind of over, and I was the only one awake. And I sat in my chair and I looked at my Christmas tree and I looked at the decorations and obviously I thought about, you know, my grandson, my kids, you know, I thought about everything, my family. Um, and I started sobbing, man. Like I started crying. You know, for me, you know, every holiday is not a given for me, you know, with what I'm dealing with. And so those holidays mean so much to me and they're so important to me. And I enjoy them so much that you know, I had to look and reflect and go, that's a whole nother spin around the calendar, man, that I gotta hope to make it to be able to get to have this again. And, you know, my kids mean everything to me. My grandson, my family, everybody in my inner circle, you know. And so it just kind of hit me all at once. I was watching something Christmas on TV. I see my tree, all the presents are gone, it's empty, you know, everything. And I'm just sitting there going, man, will I get this again? You know, will I ever get this again? You know, and it kind of hit me hard. And, you know, I just had a moment to myself, man, and I just sobbed, you know, because I get it, you know, and I tell people all the time, nobody's guaranteed another Christmas.
Yeah,
You know, nobody is. You know, I mean, we all got to make that calendar cycle again. But for me, with what I'm dealing with and with what I'm battling, I just try to be real with myself and say, I'm on God's time right now,
So,
and
so you know,
I'm
I know.
gonna I'm gonna give it hell, man, and but it did, and it might be silly to some people, but for me, I love Christmas. I love those holidays. I am in such a better mood
Mm-hmm.
the moment October 1st hits. We're in the heart of football season. The weather starts to change. You see the leaves changing. I love cold weather. I just love everything about it. Immediately, bro, all October, all I listen to is Halloween music.
That's dope.
The whole time. And then boom, November 1st hits, I'm on Christmas. Then through the 1st of January, And so, yeah, man, that's just me being real. I know I get on here and act crazy and funny and inappropriate and all those all those things, but you know, I know I'm also very real with myself, and I know what I'm dealing with, and I've got people close to me. I've got someone extremely close to me who just recently got diagnosed with the same thing that I have,
Wow.
um, and he had already beat another form of cancer once, and 6 months ago had a clean PET scan, and now he has got stage 4 lung cancer just like I did,
Yeesh.
and that got dropped on me last week, and I don't I'll be honest, man. Sometimes I feel guilty that I am feeling as well as I'm feeling, and that I am doing as well as I'm doing with my treatment. Yeah, I'm going through hell. Don't get me wrong. The pain, the side effects, I manage it. I deal with it every day, and but I'll be honest, man. I'm grateful for people like you, Charles. Man, you're in my circle, bro. You know what's real. You know what's going on. And I'm grateful that I get to do this with you and have this outlet. And I'm grateful for all the people around me, my inner circle, the people that I know, people in my extended circle, but I just urge people, yeah, we get on here and we cut up and we have fun and we got big opinions and we do all those things. But life is short, man. Life is short. And I don't take anything for granted, man. And I hope that I hope because I have a hard time wrapping my head around the things that I've went through, not just in the last year and a half, but what I've went through since I was 7 years old, man. I have a hard time trying to wrap my head around why I've been through so much. And the only thing that I've been able to come to the conclusion of is that maybe I'm a vessel, man. Maybe I'm a vessel, and the big man is just saying, hey, man, you go out and you do you, you do you, and handle life the way you're handling it, because the truth of the matter is, man, everybody is going through something.
That's my.
Everybody is battling something. Yeah, I'm fighting cancer amongst other things, and other people, whether it's relationships, whether it's financial, whether it's the job, whether it's all those things. Maybe it is an illness of another kind. Maybe it is cancer. Maybe it is all those. But I'm of the firm belief that your body does what the mind tells it to do, and if your mind says quit, your body's going to quit. My mind says fight. My mind has said fight since I was 7 years old, and that's the only way I've ever known how to be, is to fight. And so I can only the only thing that I can come up with, and I may be way wrong. I don't know. I'm just trying. I'm very analytical, and I try
Yeah.
to understand why I'm going through what I'm going through, and have went through, because my life is, to be truthful, is has really never been easy. And so I do. Sometimes I feel really beat up, and I'm like, man, what is this? What is this?
Listen,
And
man.
so I do have a relationship with God, man. I do. I'm not a Sunday, Wednesday church guy. I used to be growing up, as a kid, but I do have a relationship with God, and I believe in God, and I love God, and I'm grateful for everything, and I'm grateful for every day. But I do hope that, even though I'm going through hell and I get up every day, I work hard every day, I try to be a good person, I try to be nice to people, I try to help in any way that I can. And I hope that if somebody is having a hard time, no matter what it is, I hope that you can see that, you're not alone, because I'm fighting with you. I'm fighting every day too. And I'm grateful for just another moment, whatever that moment is, man. And getting to do this, I love it, bro. So
I first of all, yeah, dude, I don't think you realize how much of an impact that you have on the people around you. I don't think you understand the fight that you're going through, man. It is uh, it's for somebody else. It's not just for you. It's for somebody else. And because there are people out there who are going through the same thing that you're going through, man. And it takes for one person to keep fighting to help another person who's fighting too, right? If they see that you're going through it and that you're fighting and that you're, still getting up every day, doing everything that you do. I mean, dog, you do so you do so much, bro. But
Yeah.
you are you're a light, bro. You're a light. Whether you know it or not, fam, you help out so many people just by being there. Just by being there. And it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter baseball game, football game, basketball game, concert, just you being there is helping somebody out, fam. And, when my mom passed back in July and we came back and I came back and we sat down and talked and all that stuff, man, that and here I go, man. I'm trying to fight these tears back. That's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to go through. Ever. And you talk about Christmas, my mom was the Christmas girl, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
talking about from like I said, the day after Thanksgiving to the beginning
Yeah.
of the year. It was mom had everything decked out, and that's where I get it from. But I say all that to say, man, you are a vessel, bro. And your fight, and everybody sees you fighting. Everybody sees you fighting. And we're happy that you're here. We're happy that you're still fighting. We're happy that you haven't given up. We're happy that you're still doing everything that God has put in your life, put in your way to do. Right? Because it's easy to just kind of sit back and be like, you know
Oh
what
yeah,
I mean?
man.
You know what I mean? It's easy to do
Oh
that.
yeah.
But you're still fighting, bro. You're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, man. And I thank God that, he allowed us to reconnect. And once I got back in and we're finally doing this, man. And, again, yes, this pod is about talking sports and all that stuff, man. But we're real people. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
man.
And we're always going to keep it real. We're always going to, and, I appreciate you for sharing that, like, for real. Because what you just said is going to help somebody else out. And,
Yeah. No, I
and that's
one
important.
thing one thing that I've always said, man, is is that I'm not any better than anybody else, man. Like I know everybody, like I said, it's so important for people to know that you're not less than, your fight is not less than anybody else. The thing that I say is not a pissing contest, man. It's not pain is not a pissing contest. It's not, man. Everybody's going through it, and it's just different levels of pain, but everybody has a different level of pain tolerance too. And so, unfortunately for me, I've been conditioned since I was a young kid for pain. And, it doesn't mean that I don't have bad days, man. It doesn't mean that I'm I'm positive every day. I do try. I pride myself on being a positive person. Um, and so I love this outlet. I love that me and you can chop it up and talk sports and give opinions and do the things we do. And I'm so grateful for everybody knows that is in my life. They know what I feel about them, man. And that's one thing I try to do more of, man, is I'm trying to make sure everybody knows where they stand and what I think and all those things, man. I don't take 1 second for granted. I promise you.
Yeah.
Um, I think about a year ago at this time and where I was and how bad it was. It was unspeakable how bad it was. But anyway, bro,
Sorry,
we
baby.
have just literally chopped it up for almost 3 hours.
Baby girl's out here
We
fucking
back.
right now.
She's like, I want to be in the
She's
pod.
like, I'm ready to see pops. Again, appreciate everybody for checking out the pod, man. We are back. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are brand new. And check us out with all those links down in the description, man. And come through and join the fam, all right? Till next time, my guy. Appreciate you, brother.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, bro. Deuces.